So,
Yeah, of course.
don't worry, guys. Google Hangouts on Air still exists until August 1st, so we have plenty of time to get it figured out.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, just all the time. And I do have the group chat open, so if anybody needs to say anything not on mic, just type it in there.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, the three of you that have been in town for a little while, you're doing your normal daily business. So we're going to start with the newcomers to town. So, what are you doing?
Well, we've been here a couple hours, so we probably got a room at the inn.
Mm-hmm.
And we're probably over at the, what's it called? The Satin Rose. Is that the bar place?
That is the whorehouse. So if you're there, you're really making yourself at home.
Malibu, yes.
The Fox's
Fox's
Folly
Folly.
is the bar.
So we probably went there to try to get Harper a job.
Okay.
Try. Come on now.
So it's still early in the morning. So when you walk in, it's pretty empty. There's a couple people milling about. There's a really big half-orc guy behind the bar making drinks.
Did Patrick come with us?
No, he's doing his job guarding the gate. He can't just come with you.
You turned him down.
Yeah, he tried to hit on you, and you were like,
You were like, ho, ho, ho.
I was just checking our people. Okay, so
I
there's just
feel
a
like
half.
we're literally sitting at the bar, and she's like, "Did he come with?" And I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?"
I like to imagine she asked that out loud, and even the guy behind the bar went, he's the guard. He's guarding the gates. He's not going to come with you to the bar at 9 a.m. What kind of place do you think we're running here?
Well, you are open at 9 a.m.
I mean,
Mimosas.
people work night shift. They need morning drinks.
I kind of like nudge Harper with my elbow.
She's like, "Eh? What?"
Come on, guys, get day drunk. It'll be great.
You're supposed to be asking for a job, Harper. This is your show.
Wanna. There's like naps and things to be taken.
Then how
Just
are we
woke up.
then how are we going to make a living? I am not supporting you again. I am not mom and dad. We've been through this. You liked this idea when the guard brought it up. You were excited, remember?
Yeah, but he wanted you to
them
join the
all.
guard too. Like, you seemed behind it then.
Oh no.
You just went silent.
You muted your mic, Lucy.
How? I didn't do it. I didn't see my hand.
That's right, young lady, be silent.
See, we don't play forever, and now everything's just
Everything's breaking.
Everybody forgot what things are.
Because if I'm remembering correctly, we're supposed to like get a room and then get her work. That was our goal, right?
Yes, that was your plan. Because
Okay.
yeah,
Says you.
that was the responsible siblings plan.
Okay, Harper, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna start with a drink. And she's like, bartender, line them up.
So while you guys are discussing this, a tiefling walks past you into the bar, and the bartender hands her what you assume is a bag of gold. Before she hands him one, takes a drink, and goes sit in the corner. Goes and sits in the corner.
Have we ever seen a tiefling?
I don't know. Have you?
I don't think so.
Well, I know for a fact that Harper does not care about staring. Look at that!
Okay.
We've probably not seen a half-orc either, to be honest.
Fair.
Because we were in an all elven village until we made our way here. So
What are you gonna do about it?
Like,
Can I help you?
All right, so I left my sound settings open, and the input volume slider, I keep jacking it way up, and then it keeps going down, and I don't know why.
I think your computer's
Is
haunted.
there any kind of setting like auto levels on there? Because that's usually what that is. It's like automatically detect mic levels, etc.
I like the haunted thing better.
I mean, gremlins are usually the problem at Katie's house, so.
True.
Yeah, not for input. It's just my level. So I looked at the back because this one has pickup settings,
Okay.
and now there's symbols, but I don't remember what the symbols mean.
It's been that long. We've all forgot how to technology.
Well, I picked the one that's like, oh, I'm only going to pick up noise from the front of the mic. And then I was like, cool, that'll be there. And then there's a knob for gain, but I don't know what gain is. It went down again. Oh, it's moving on its own. It's going up. What is it?
Yeah, because
You're
it's
really close to the mic.
we can hear you though. So
Yeah, it's trying to adjust to your the level of your voice. So it's trying to keep it. When you get loud, it'll go down. When you get quiet, it'll try to go up. So yeah, that's what that's doing.
But we're still hearing you. So
Yeah.
Phone now.
Until it mutes itself again.
Yup.
Get in character laryngitis suddenly.
Had a lot of excitement the last couple of days, so.
I'm a bardic mime.
Hey, you could be a mime as a bard. It's all about performance.
okay, so we're sitting at the bar. A tiefling comes in, and you're openly staring at the tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Hi.
Something look funny to you? Something
I wasn't
interesting?
laughing. I definitely wasn't laughing. I kind of like whatever's going on.
Is there a reason you're staring?
You got money from the guy, and he still hasn't served me a drink yet.
Have you paid him?
You also haven't walked up to the bar yet.
I thought we were
You've
at
been
the bar.
arguing with your sister since you walked in.
Oh, I thought we were doing that at the bar. That's
You
why
were
I was
at,
like,
at
we're
the
I
establishment.
want
not
a
at the bar.
drink.
We went to the bar.
You walked
That's
into
why
the
I walked
bar.
around you.
You walked into the bar and I said, "What do you want to do?" And then you guys started arguing about what you were there to do. At no point did you go to the bar.
I'm
Assumptions were made.
picturing them right in the doorway, so the tiefling had to like
Yeah.
move them aside and walk through.
She had. That's the main reason I didn't make them roll perception to see if they noticed the tiefling, because she had to walk past them to get in.
Well, thank you. Today I learned how a bar works. Walk up to the bar in my best tiefling impression and be like,
Your license still says under 21. This is your first time out.
You have something in your eye or something?
Yeah.
I don't know, work for her. I'm thirsty.
Okay, what do you want? Then he just kind of gestures behind him, and there's a bunch of different bottles with labels, and there's normal whiskey, ale.
Oh, I'm gonna whip around. Mel, we should do shots.
I'm not doing shots.
At 9 a.m.
The sun is up, okay?
He's doing the bartender glass cleaning of just like, I don't. Tourists.
He could
I'm
light
just
them
grabbing
on
my
fire.
head and shaking it.
I'm
Okay,
just
fine,
gonna
well, what
look
should
at
we
him and be
have
like,
in the morning then.
just give her the same thing that I drink. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure she might be able to handle that.
He hands you a small glass. It's about filled with maybe an inch of a gold honey mead.
Having never had that in real life, what does it taste like?
It's actually really good.
It's one of my favorite drinks.
It's sweet and spicy all at the same time. So it's like you get a really nice smooth taste at the beginning, and then you get almost like this cinnamon bite at the back of your tongue.
Right before you come to Dragon Con, remind me and I'll buy a bottle of Viking's blood.
And I'll bring it down.
Yeah, I've got some of that at my store.
This stuff is wonderful.
Was it?
Yeah,
Huh.
It's the bee's knees.
it is.
Just fair warning. It's
Oh,
kind of
come
like
on. Nobody else got the joke.
It's okay, Katie.
Oh, yeah.
You appreciated it. It's fine.
what she said.
It's the bee's knees.
Bees, honey, ha, dum-ch. Come on, guys.
I'm
Get
the
with
only one that was like,
I didn't hear it.
pun.
I just kind of let it go past.
Let it go.
This
I
is like
basically expect Brian to just ignore the puns. It's fine.
If we don't listen, we don't take psychic
considering
damage.
I get bombarded with pun jokes by fucking Happy Cone Boy constantly. Like now, I just
Happy
don't.
Cum Boy.
Cone.
So,
Okay.
Oh,
my question is, why isn't Happy Cone Boy in our D&D group? Because we are generally lacking in the pun department.
No, it's never gonna happen.
Okay.
I joined the Dungeons and Daddies Facebook group, and that's basically all it is dad jokes, and it just makes my heart very warm.
I love that podcast.
So, did I see her drink it?
I'm sipping on it, yes.
Okay, so we sip it. Otherwise, she would have like tossed it.
Downed it.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say, go ahead. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just.
The-
And she's gonna side eye and just sip like,
The
ah.
bartender will look at the other person at the bar and say, anything for you?
Just a water.
Okay. He hands you water. And
Okay.
he leaves a pitcher on the table so you can
Oh
refill
my
your own
God,
water.
Mel, that's so boring.
Harper, do you remember what happened at last year's graduation for Bard's College? You've got to go
No,
light.
that's awesome. I'm sure it was legendary.
Yes, it was legendary. Hosing you off in the front yard was very uncomfortable for me.
But fun for everyone else.
Do you want to work here or not? What are we doing?
Fuck.
I'm trying to think of how she would act to be cool. Just be like, I'm blanking. I want to call the bartender something like I know his name. So Jeeves, how does one earn some scratch around here?
He just looks at you with this face of, I understood none of that sentence, and he's like, you can see on his head like he's trying to think, is this a language I don't know?
Mel just mouths, I'm sorry.
No, the coughing was my character. That was like, oh.
And
He's sorry now.
whenever
I'm
he
doing what you want.
whenever he kind of like catches up to what you said, he just goes, there's a job board in the square. You can look at that, I guess.
I kind of lean in and whisper in her ear, remember, you're supposed to apply to perform here. This is where the bards come, and you're supposed to be like awesome and show everybody up because you're so cool, remember? But you have to actually try and audition. Put some effort into it.
She has never put in effort before.
No, she is
Everybody's
not.
cool.
We're not at home anymore, Harper.
A fact you will not let me forget.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know. Where'd all the cool bards like hang out and do stuff?
Are you asking the bartender?
Yeah.
He just kind of looks at you like, you really are new here. And it's like, normally the Bard College across the way.
Yeah, but those are like kids. They're not
Well,
quite up there yet.
Normally when they graduate, they leave. They come here when they're not in school, but that's like, not 9 o'clock in the morning, and most of them are probably still drunk. So
They're sounding cooler all the time. Maybe I could teach them.
I mean, I don't think the college is hiring, but you can ask, I guess.
I'm gonna look at Mel. You think?
Do y'all do performances here? We heard there was some kind of open mic night or something.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
kids
God.
from the college come over all the time. Normally, they go up on that stage over there. They make tips.
And what time does that normally start?
Normally between 4 and 5, depends on the night. I mean, technically, if you wanted to get on the stage right now, you could, but you're gonna get shit for tips because that fucker over there ain't giving you shit. And he points to the tiefling.
She gave me a good tip on a drink.
That's not going to really pay for much, though, is it?
No.
By the way, you owe me a gold.
Jeez.
Good drinks ain't cheap, kid.
She feels like she should be in a duster. Tip in her hat.
Well,
think
pay the
that-
man, Harper.
I think that Harper is internally delighted at the idea of like a karaoke night, but is also going to be outwardly disdainful. Like,
Well-
so flip him a gold.
He slides it back, puts it in his little pouch, and he walks out from behind the bar to bring a refill to the tiefling. When he gets to her table, he takes your empty cup, switches it out, and looks at you and goes, I will give you 3 drinks for a month if you give them the tour to get them out of here.
Done.
Do we hear that?
Roll perception.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, I had a natty 18. I don't know where my perception is on this.
Nice.
What's your modifier, Sarah?
+2.
Nice. Elf ears over there.
Wow. Nope, not that.
Telling you, we all forgot how to technology.
Well,
Apparently
this is
so.
I guess my second D&D Beyond experience. Where does it... Whoa. Go back.
All right.
I have a 15 passive wisdom perception, but it doesn't tell me then what my modifier.
You
Oh, there
should
it is.
have
There we go.
there should be like a skill
Mhm.
column.
Yeah.
23 because I got +5.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
Are
go.
you using it on your mobile thing? Or on browser?
Yeah.
Browser on my iPad.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. And if you have your iPad up and down like that, yeah, your skills should be right there with all of your
Yeah,
stuff
because
right above it.
you should have a screen that looks just like a character sheet as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the problem with using a third-party app. I haven't used a character sheet in a long time either.
That happens. Neither of you hear what he says, but you do get the feeling he's talking about you to her.
Duh.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he be?
I mean,
I assume he's impressed.
Done.
he comes back behind the bar and just starts cleaning the glass he took from her.
All
All right.
I'm going to walk up to him. So,
May we help you?
sounds like you two have absolutely no clue where anything is. And,
And
you need to know
also-
where things are.
When you walk up, if you want to give a more in-depth description of what you look like,
Oh,
other
yeah.
than just that tiefling.
I'm a tiefling, white hair, lavender skin, one red eye and one blue eye. And I have piercings in my horns. So pretty much dressed all in like simple black leathers, nothing fancy. And just I don't have hooved feet. I have regular feet.
Harper is intensely curious about how they put piercing in those horns.
Should
Are
we
you gonna
just try
ask, or are you just
that?
gonna stare?
I'm scared to ask now.
So,
Yeah, I'm an elf. So like silver hair, purple eyes. I don't really have like irises. They're just all purple. Kind of like wow.
oh, yours
basically.
are like mine.
Yeah, and I have like some kind of like tattooy kind of henna, but or whatever. What is it
Henna?
called? Henna. Thank you. It looks like henna, but it's actually like in my skin.
Still waiting for her to say hentai.
There is hentai all over her face.
Yes, exactly.
Temple porn.
Just a bunch of dicks. Just everywhere.
all over the place. Okay.
And that's what I look like. So
And I'm
Perfect.
similar, just
yeah.
smaller, softer, rounder.
Same purple.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We look a lot alike.
Yeah, I think it's fairly obvious we're at least related.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Can I do like an insight check on her? Because I do not trust this lady.
Go for it.
all
17. I'm kind of looking at her warily.
With a
being truthful.
17, you know that she's honestly willing to like show you around town. That I mean, you don't. It's hard to tell what kind of person she is, but she's genuinely willing to give you a tour.
I want to roll an insight as well, but mine I want to gear it towards trying to decide if I think she's going to increase or decrease our street cred.
Okay.
Oh, we are gonna get along so well.
Maybe not, because that was a 1. Plus 2 for 3.
You get the feeling that hanging out with this person is people are gonna think that you are the coolest. I mean, how could they not? She has piercings in her fucking horns.
All right.
She has 2 different color eyes. She could not be more cool. I mean, come on.
Even though, this isn't normal, but y'all don't know that.
No, we have no idea.
All right, Harper, you want a tour?
I've got nothing better to do. I should
Obviously.
be. Maybe we'll see Patrick.
Let's go. At least you can't get drunk if we're on a tour.
Says you.
You didn't know this was a wine tour? No.
Every 20 feet, there's just another stand handing out fucking steins.
All right.
Alright, I assume, Katie, that when you take them out, you're obviously not going to give them the tour of the part of the city you're most familiar with, because that would not be cool.
We're gonna take it like up through around the waterfall and back and
yeah, if you walk out of the folly and you go straight toward the waterfall, it takes you down up the middle of town. So
yeah.
And I assume when we stand up, we kind of introduce ourselves and shit.
Yeah. They're like, well, now that
I'm Melody, and this
is out of the way.
Yes,
What brings you
I'm
to
Melody, and this is Harper.
I figured that was her name since you were yelling it enough.
Most people do.
as you walk out of the bar, you just hear the bartender go, "I'm Hussar, by the way, if you wanted to know." Thanks,
Thanks,
for
Nice to
asking
meet
me.
you.
Toodles.
I just turn around, I look at him, and I go, "I'm holding you to that."
He flips you off. He flips you off, but the look on his face is, yeah, I'm serious.
Flip each other off, and here we go.
Mhm.
Well,
I
That's how
lean
you
into
guys.
Harper, and I'm like, "Is that a greeting around here?"
don't worry about it.
They seem to do it a lot.
I just imagine
It's top secret thieves can't for yeah, fuck you too.
so dour melody is just gonna start flipping people off and greeting. Ha.
Dude, if you start doing that, I am gonna die laughing.
See how it goes.
Oh, please do that.
In the words of Mercer, you can certainly try.
Yeah. You two, you can just call me Zeph.
Zeph.
So, what brings you two to this interesting little town?
Relocation.
Seems like that's the reason most people are here.
Which is weird because the place was like really hard to find.
Something like that.
That just makes us special, Harper.
We had to sleep on our rock. How is that special? That's like a punishment.
It makes you something. Come on. Not gonna see the town just standing here in front of a bar.
I also think it's funny because Harper had the easiest time getting here. she rode a pony up the mountain,
I did.
so
We're friends.
Oh, all right. So I'm just gonna walk them through, kind of point out different places along the way.
and you overheard that they were looking for work, so you'll make
Yeah.
sure to point out the places they could potentially try to find work.
I do make sure to stop by where they can see others like me and be like, this is also a potential for either one of you. You don't have to just be a tiefling.
And
Like a gym and a performance hall? What
I don't tell
we're
them
gonna
anything.
do? That both of us will fit here.
I'm going to assume that the establishment she's pointing out is there are two buildings that are joined by like an open air breezeway. One that is only inhabited by tieflings, like your new friend, is called the Devil's Playground, and the one next to it is called the Satin Rose.
Oh, those are the whorehouses, right?
Yes.
That doesn't seem very nice for a charging devil.
No, Patrick told us.
Damn.
Patrick did tell them, here's where you can find establishments. I don't know, because they're like, where do we go from here? And he's like, well, there's the inn, there's the brothel, there's the tavern. I don't know what you're here for, so.
And I say, just overhearing, I know what Harper's here for, but I don't know what the sister's here for. So, hey, here's a place that you can get a job.
I just kind of lower at her. And I look
Yeah,
at
I'm gonna
Harper.
be like, oh snap. Plus, I also think that's kind of racist.
What's racist? I'm confused.
The devil part of the Devil's Playground.
Oh, gotcha.
Ah.
I mean, they named it.
Mhm.
I don't know that.
But if
Alrighty,
this isn't what you're interested in,
Yes. We are not interested in that. Thank you.
yeah, it's good money.
Interested, but probably shouldn't.
They do let freelancers come in every now and then. Sometimes the girls need a break.
Lancers.
Not lancers, free lancers.
But if they're doing it for free, how are they making any money?
Oh, wow, child, come on.
You also notice before you reach the brothels that there is a job board in the middle of the square with just a bunch of miscellaneous. Like, I need help clearing up my barn. Pay you this much gold to do it.
You're not picky. I would say if you weren't picky about work, you can take any of the jobs there.
We were hoping for something a little more stable since we are relocating permanently.
And not like outside.
You also notice that across from the brothels is the Bard College.
Are there any bards out?
It's 9 a.m. Probably not.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
The ones that aren't hungover are in class.
The only reason I'm out is because I haven't gone to bed yet.
I expect there to be kids like sleeping on benches, bleary-eyed.
Harper, did you want to go see if the Bard College was hiring?
Well, now we know where it is. We can come back. Let's get our tour.
All right. Lead on,
All right.
Zeph.
Okay. So we're there about work. Let's go.
Zeph's aggressive. Zeph is aggressive.
What was that?
She's not aware she did it out loud.
Just ignore her. I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I thought I had issues. All right, here we go. And I'm gonna walk them around, show them some of the other shops, and take them towards leather and lace.
Okay. So as you walk past the brothels, you go through a gate into the next part of the city. There's stairs that lead up to a heavily guarded teleportation circle that you get the feeling maybe we shouldn't go up there.
You can certainly try.
I mean, you
I was gonna say,
can.
is that the feeling you get? Are you sure?
You can try.
You can try. It'll be entertaining.
What
The
is
way
that?
the way the guards are watching you, it would probably not be advised. There is a path that goes up a little ways, not quite to the teleportation circle, and around that goes behind the waterfall. And if you look to your right, you see a couple of like temporary set up market stalls, and then to your left there are more permanent establishments.
What
Anything?
numbers are we by on the map?
Right now you are at the intersection below 5. 5 is the teleportation circle.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to make that bigger.
Where does the teleportation circle go, Zeph?
You would know it goes up to the upper levels where the people that run the town live.
The big wigs, where we're gonna live someday.
I mean, I guess if you marry into one of those families, it's possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Go to the Devil's Playground, get a job, seduce one of them.
That would be blackmail.
Nothing wrong
Only
with
if you
that.
get caught.
No, it'd be at the honey trap.
Only blackmail if you get caught at it.
All right, so are you guys stopping into leather and lace first? As you turn, you notice the first main establishment there is scrolling. Sorry, too many things on my sheet. The first thing you see is a small store called Hax's Haberdashery. The next thing is leather and lace, and beyond that is a forge.
Yes.
Where you want to go?
Anything here catch y'all's eye?
What's in it?
There's stores that you can get jobs in.
But like, what are they selling?
The haberdashery is clothing, embroidered goods. Leather and lace is pretty self-explanatory, as is the forge.
Is it really self-explanatory though?
Yeah.
You don't want to go into detail? You don't want to like read off some inventory?
I mean, I can if you really want me to, but you got to go in and ask for it. So,
Can we go in there, Mel?
which one do you want to go to?
Leather and lace.
Okay, Harper, but we can't spend all our money. Okay?
I just want to look,
Okay, window shop.
but from inside.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right.
I'm gonna need an extra drink for this one. Wow, here we go. Okay, yay! Yes, I'm not drunk enough for this shit. And yes, I am talking to myself.
I think
I
you're
look over at Zeph and I'm like, believe me, I wish I drunk.
You might want to start.
But this one, no. One of us needs to be sober at all times.
No, won't be me. Mm-mm. You. So we're going
Come
into
on,
the
Harper. Go in. We'll be right behind you.
I have waltzed in.
way behind you.
I'm right behind her.
And
I'm not.
Good morrow, shopkeeper.
when you say that, a bright pink tiefling looks at you like, good morrow, I suppose.
All
Can
you hear
I
from the
help
doorway is,
you?
"Hello!"
I assumed.
Just
So
in case it wasn't blatantly obvious.
the really annoying, terrible Midwesterner part of me wants to be like, do you guys know each other? Are you related?
Do you
I
say
don't
that?
say that. I don't say that. I know
I was about
better.
to say,
I'm
do
an
you say that?
adult. I'm an adult. I know better. But
Because I think the only two tieflings in the entire city you shouldn't say that to are the two you'd be saying it to.
I just, because personally, in real life, people hear your last name. They're like, "Oh, are you related to so and so?" It's like, no, I don't even know who that is. Why?
Okay, what's around?
Yeah.
Like, what are we looking at?
There is literally one entire side of the shop that is a bunch of leather armor in various stages of make, where it's all being assembled still. There's another corner that has a bunch of delicate lacework being done on a workbench, but there's not really any finished products going on over there. There's also a furbog behind the counter who hasn't seemed to really notice that you've come in. He's looking at what he's doing and paying attention to that.
Jenna, I definitely thought that this was going to be way more salacious than a leatherworking shop. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just.
You dirty.
Yeah.
You went, you know what's in there. I was like,
It's
well,
like,
I guess maybe we'll find out.
Harper
mean,
looks very crestfallen
take-
when she walks
They
in.
take custom orders.
She was thinking it's like a Victoria's Secret, I guess.
Oh,
Somebody has to make the stuff for the brothels. It's just they don't carry a lot of it.
Being highborn, she's never needed real armor, I guess. So it's always been like, oh, the corset with the stretchy side, you know?
I'm just gonna walk up to Penelope and be like, I'm sorry.
She just leans over and goes, "Hussar said for you to bring them here to get them out of the way, didn't he?"
I have a year full of free drinks.
You have a month full of free drinks. Don't be lying, girl. I wrote it down.
Damn.
You are very
There's a craftsman working, though?
Yes.
Oh, she's definitely going to treat that like, go up and look over his shoulder. What is he doing?
What are you doing, Justin?
Oh, I've never seen anybody actually walk up to him this whole time I've been here. I'm just like,
look over my shoulder and stand up. How tall are you, Lucy?
She'll be looking around you, not over your shoulder.
This is true. Well, I just assume like he's working in public. He's on display.
I'm not.
I'm just gonna look at Penelope and be like,
Justin, are you in leather or lace?
I'm actually in green chainmail with like kind of leather cloak over.
I definitely thought you were going to say leopard print.
please, yes, please, please.
Green chainmail leopard print. And he's like making little lace with tiny little threads.
No, I'm working on
Damn.
just basically studded leather chest armor
With leopard print all over it.
just for you. But how tall are you, Lucy?
How tall are you, Mel?
Oh, Lord. Okay. Why?
I never put a number on it. I basically
5'7".
Okay, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, Lucy was just like, Sarah's got a cool idea. Let's go with that.
I look like that, but not
Even
quite
though
that.
I'm like, a
Let's do
tiefling height.
So average human about
I'm 5'7".
okay.
So
Yeah, and I'm just
you're like a teeny bit shorter of it.
yeah.
Right?
You're like 5'6", 5'5".
Yeah.
I'm the more obviously feminine version.
I'm 7'6" and I lean over. Now, can I help you, long ears?
Yeah, he makes me look short.
She's never been called long ears, but she's too well bred to acknowledge that. Like, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I am being very quiet. I just wanted to see.
Penelope's slowly backing out of the room to the back room because she feels like this is being handled.
I'm just
'Cause they're
backing
not
up. I've
talking
never
to
seen
her.
anybody actually walk up to that thing.
I'm like right behind. I'm gonna be right there with Lucy.
I
Like,
like that you just called him that thing. Like you're super racist against furbogs.
I've never talked to him. He's never acknowledged me. So I'm like,
Strange
you look a
cow
little
man.
uncomfortable. Let me help you out. And I changed into an elf about her size. Is that better?
Wow.
oh, I'm freaking out. I am
Did you
freaking
see
out.
it? Did you see it? Did you see it? She's like internally giving her the, like her sister the, oh my god. But
I kind of put my hand on her shoulder. I'm like, calm down, Harper, breathe.
did you see what he did?
Yes, just breathe.
Now, what would you like to get?
Does that change too?
I
She's-
just do the leather work. If you're going to do anything special that's got any enchantments, you're going to have to talk to Penelope.
Did she? She stops because she's not going to ask if Penelope enchanted him. But she was really curious now if the leather armor resizes to fit our changing friend. What do you
No, I look like an elf, and literally my clothes look like it changed.
So you're in like formal wear or something?
No. It's same wardrobe, but
Just
it
fits you. Okay.
So it would be reasonable for her to believe that the armor is magic and fits whatever shape.
Yeah.
That's my assumption.
Yeah. The whole time this is all going down, like Penelope's leaving, I'm just like,
Now I'm talking. It looks like I'm talking at your level, but it's coming from up high.
And you would notice that being a bard.
Yeah, and long-eared.
So is she basically talking to your crotch right now? Just
pretty much.
Hey, as long as I don't make a part in the middle of her hair, we're good. Worst thing I could say is just holding your mouth till the swelling goes down and be all right. I did not say that, but go ahead.
You mean your character did not say that?
Yeah. You are truly a master craftsman. This is probably the coolest and the best thing I have ever seen. And I have seen some really great stuff, like many golds worth. And I'm a little bit on the cutting edge of the fashion in the college, and I would wear that to a party like that.
Would you like to buy one right now?
Melody said we can't spend all our money.
Okay, well, have a nice day. And I turn around, sit back down, and go back to my normal size. And like my back's to you now.
Melody, are you sure we can't spend all our money?
no, we cannot. You've already spent a gold on a friggin' beverage.
Yeah, but I didn't know that in advance.
That's why you ask, Harper. Are you done? Can we leave?
Yeah, now I know.
Yeah. The whole time my character's just sitting there going, I didn't even know you could talk. Even though I've been in here, like, he's never once acknowledged me. So I'm like,
Yeah, normally when you come in, he's paying attention to what he's doing.
mm-hmm.
So you Also, normally when you're in there, it's not during business hours, so
No. So hence the reason I'm like, Penelope, he can talk. What the
that's also one of the reasons Penelope backed out of the room, is she knows you well enough that she's like, I'm just no.
She's gonna freak
She's
out.
babysitting them. That's on her.
Let's see if I notice her saying that.
Me going, Penelope, get out of here.
15 plus.
Were you trying to do it sneakily, Katie?
Yeah, doing that weird, like, I guess,
Okay, roll stealth.
theater whisper.
Roll stealth with disadvantage because I've met you.
Yes.
Disadvantage, you gotta roll twice.
Yeah, I had to add that one up first, asshat.
Just making sure.
You don't have to add it first because the lower number is still going to be lower no matter what you add to it.
It's still a 19.
Okay. What'd you end up rolling, Justin?
Perception, 17.
Okay. You don't hear her, but you do see her kind of flailing in Penelope's direction.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Purple Horn?
Dude, I didn't even know you could talk.
Well, you never said hi.
Don't really say that to anybody.
Well, hi. I'm Valeric.
Hi.
Are you gonna buy anything?
Actually,
He's showing us around.
talk. Yeah, no, I'll be back because I was just, yeah. You are unusual. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
are
time to
you,
go.
Purple Horn. Have a nice day.
Yeah, bye.
Valric just got Employee of the Year at Leather and Lace.
Dealing with my ass because usually I only talk to Penelope.
All right. So if you leave Leather and Lace, where are you headed next?
Ugh.
When you walk out, there is in front of the forge a small vendor stall with a bunch of weapons on the table and a guy sitting with his feet propped up on the table, just reading a book, chilling.
A guy. After going into one shop and seeing this magic man working and really wanting to ask Zeph if there's more people like him in town, but knowing that that's kind of weird and she probably shouldn't ask that, and this guy's just like hanging out, not doing work. This might be her kind of place.
Also 9 a.m. Just saying.
What do you do?
So
Yeah,
like,
the hat shop or the forge. Harper, you're kind of running this thing, or Zeph.
I don't think I need a hat.
well, we're looking at places for y'all to maybe come back and,
Okay, in that case,
so
Mel likes blades, so maybe let's go see the place where they make the sharp ones.
that's that guy right there.
Let's go in there.
Okay, are you going to go in the forge proper, or are you going to go toward the guy who's basically sitting behind a table with his feet up like he has the easiest job in the world?
Let's go to the mall.
Yeah, I think Harper would beeline for that guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's got my job.
All right. When you walk up, he doesn't really he doesn't look up from the book he's reading. He just kind of waves his hand and goes, "Tell me if you see anything you like."
What's the book called?
Hold on, let me find my list
Sorry, Jenna.
of books.
Jenna's like,
No, it's okay. I have the list made because fucking Brian.
he would be the one to ask. Yes.
Of course.
And this guy's human?
Human or half elf, it's hard to tell.
Gotcha.
Them some big ears on a human then.
The book he is reading is called Sacred Flame. It's got a very provocative cover
Oh,
with a shirtless guy and a lady in a white billowy dress blowing in the wind.
Oh my god, I love that one!
He just kind of looks at you. He goes, "Don't tell me how it ends."
Of course not. What kind of rib do you think I am?
I don't know. I haven't met you. I'm Colton, by the way. And saying that you've read that book, he's like, you have my attention. He kind of dog ears the page, puts it under the table where his boss can't see it.
Can we assume that it's like the third book in a series or something?
Sure.
Okay. What was your favorite one so far?
Probably, this one's had the most action so far. The other ones were like pretty convoluted. Like, okay, we get that you hate each other, but we know it's going to happen later, or like, get over it.
I know there's so much tension in this book. It just wrapped up so many plot points for me. It's so hard not to spill beans.
Let me finish it first. I got like 3 chapters left.
You are in for a treat. I don't know how she's gonna top this one.
I mean, really, like, once you have airship pirates in the volcano, where are you going to go from there?
For real, you cannot top that.
I'm looking at the blades.
I'm just sitting here looking at these two, just going like,
You notice that the blades are very good quality. None of them are magic or enchanted, but they're very well made weapons.
You see something you like, Mel?
Not as much as you do, Harper.
It's a really good book. You know if you read it like I told you to. I loaned you both of the first ones.
Yes, Harper, you did. Thank you for your generosity.
When you're my favorite.
I'm just gonna look at Dalton and be like, didn't realize you were into smut books, dude.
My electricity just flickered, so if I die, I'm not dead. It's just my power. Just
Okay.
FYI.
Gotcha.
Ours has been doing that a lot too.
It's storming really bad here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at Dalton and just be like, didn't realize you were into smut books.
They're not just smut. There is action. There is suspense.
Also, his name's
piracy.
Colton, not
Colton, sorry. Colton. I thought you said Dalton.
I think it should be canon. She called him Dalton.
She probably would. He would not acknowledge the comment either way.
No, Colton. That's, like I said, that's my fault. I thought she said Dalton. I really did.
Jesus, Brian.
Anyway.
I quit.
See what you've done, Jenna.
So, are you hiring by any chance, Colton? Or are you the sole salesman here?
It's not really up to me. I kind of work for the guy that makes the blades, technically speaking.
All right. Is he in? Is he busy?
And he kind of leans back in his chair, like he still hasn't gotten out of his chair. He just kind of leans back and looks, and you can tell he's kind of listening for the hammer, and he's just like, he was in there this morning, but he might be out doing something else. You can check if you want, like the door is open, there's nothing to take in there, so like I'll go with you to make sure that like you don't try to run away with an anvil or whatever. But
You should go show him your fancy blades, Mel.
Sure.
You can
Harper.
make him sing and stuff. I bet
I
he's never seen anything quite like it.
Thank you, Harper. All right, let's go inside. Are you coming, Harper?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I'm sure Zeph didn't want to stay outside with you.
He makes the move like she wants to grab Zeph's hand and pull her along, and then, like, okay, maybe not. Come on.
Colton seems a little annoyed that you guys actually still want to go to the forge because it means he has to go with you. But he's just like, yeah, okay. And he
No,
gets
dude,
walks with you.
I will watch them. You have got to finish that book so we can discuss.
I will finish it later. I'd like to keep my job.
I just look at her and I'm like, you made a friend.
I mean, I've already talked more to her than I've ever talked to you, because I just see you walking past me and looking at me like whatever, but okay. I'm just saying you're not friendly, and this arrangement really surprises me. Who's paying you to do this?
It's okay. I'm just being paid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, she's getting a bad Yelp review.
We're not paying, right?
No.
Okay, that's fine then.
It
Come
might
on,
be
Harper.
worse somehow that a complete stranger is paying to have you tour it around.
Honestly,
maybe it's the admirer.
I think Melody's used to it by now. I do not want to hear about the admirer, Harper. Let's go.
Oh, you have an admirer, or is it like in Sacred Flame 1?
Unfortunately, we're still in mid book, but I am working to book 3. We were going to get there.
Well, I mean, like, it can't be as bad as, like, when she goes into that town and then, like, he's in the stocks and stuff, and she's like, oh shit, it's that one guy, and then they're like, I have to save him, and she's like, I'm a princess, I can't save him, like, that's not my job.
I'm just slowly backing away.
I mean, at least it was only in the stocks. If I really think it's probably something a little more mundane, but I think I could take getting somebody out of the stocks. I'm pretty sure I could make that happen, even if I was a princess, which, let's be honest, I fit that role.
The whole time this conversation's going on, I pass Melody, I'm like, you could just walk away now. She wouldn't notice.
No, I can't, unfortunately.
You could. It's fine.
When you reach the door, Colton just goes, give me a second, let me see if he's in there, and he kind of disappears in the door. Are you in there, Brian? Or are you out running errands somewhere else?
Brian,
I'll be walking up.
so you
carrying-
walk up behind us.
So basically,
Carrying
while Colton's
something.
inside, you're walking up behind them.
Carrying
Yeah.
his copy of Sacred Flame 1.
No, I've got a box full of apples.
Oh, wow.
So a dwarf carrying a box full of apples is walking up the path behind you as Colton steps out and goes, he's not in there, but oh, look there. Hey, they're here to see you. And he just walks back to his little booth.
Lucky bastard.
Get the apples, boy.
Oh, yeah, okay. And he comes over and takes the apples. Where do you want me to
there
put
you
these?
Just inside the forge. There, you know where. We've done this before.
But
Get some
the
tea
smaller-
going.
How do you use apples to make weapons?
Oh, boy.
Target practice.
Who is in there?
Is this the guy?
This is the blacksmith. Yes, he will answer all your questions as Colton disappears with the box of apples. Just like,
Is he gonna go put them in the metal?
All right, so I'll walk up to wherever. Are they still in Colton's shop, or are they outside?
they're standing in front of the door of the forge.
All right. What can I do for you, strangers?
We hear you make things.
Oh,
She's just shaking her head.
It's
I'm just gonna sit there and be like, they're new to town, just showing them around. And
Did you know at the leather place that their guy, like, he was so big and then he was not so big and all of his clothes changed and I'm pretty sure there was magic involved. What do you got?
I'm just gonna walk right past her and into the forge. Colton, is that tea ready yet, son?
I'm working on it.
She's just gonna follow you.
So,
No idea. She thinks you're gonna show her now.
Oh God, what do you look like, Brian?
Standing where he's just watching this, going, what?
so I'm about 5 feet tall, big beard, coppery colored hair, green eyes, wearing a set of just cheap clothes and a leather apron. And I'm kind of dirty because I've been out working this morning.
Not in your shop, you haven't.
So Can I make you something? Do you need horseshoes? What do you need? Nails?
Well, I have a friend who's a horse, but I don't think that she wants shoes.
All right.
My sister swings weapons, though.
I just look at her.
I'm
So
just like,
Sorry.
the question still stands. Do you need
Fool
something?
him! Fool him!
we were wondering if you were hiring for any reason.
Not particularly. I've
She
got
could totally test your blades. And I don't mean that like the other place. I mean like swinging the weapons. Cutting the
I really don't make much weapons. What I have for sale over there is about it.
I'm just gonna lean
Why?
over Melody's shoulder and be like, "You might want to step in and make her stop talking."
Like, well, there's a lot more to being a blacksmith than making weapons. You know, people need farm tools. I actually need to make about a dozen awls for leather and lace here soon. So, if you're not here for business, I haven't got any work for you, but maybe you should be moving along.
Yes, Harper, let's go. Tell the
When
nice
you-
man goodbye.
When you say that, the door to the forge opens and Penelope is backing into the door holding like an armful of leather stuff and she's just going, "Oh my god, Thorgood, I'm so glad you're back. There are these people and they can't Oh, you met them. Good. I'm just coming to
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Get him out. We're leaving. Come on, guys. Let's. Yeah. There's more to the tour. Come on.
But that one place
no,
had the
no,
magic.
No, they got
And I
business
bet they
to
made
do.
his apron.
We don't want to.
Harper, we need to go talk to that guy about finishing the book, remember?
she's
Oh.
putting
He's
stuff
out front.
down and she's just like walks over to you and she's like, I was just wondering if you had the chance to look at that cart yet because I really need to get that shipment down to the city. Like,
Of course. I'll be over there immediately.
okay.
Colton, man the shop. Bring my tea in about an hour.
Okay. Will you
And,
just be across the way?
Yeah, we'll be at Leather and Lace, checking out the cart, and I'll kind of like go up to him, put my hand on his shoulder, and say, "I'm so proud that you're reading a holy book for once," and then walk away with Penelope.
He's just gonna share eyes with Colton, like.
And he just, if Colton sees you, he just kind of shrugs and goes, "There's holes in it." So as they walk out, you hear Penelope talking about how as soon as the cart is fixed, she needs to start looking for people to escort the stuff to town because the guard said that they weren't going to do it for her anymore.
What kind of escort do you think she means?
And I'm conversing with her like, "Hey, that's troublesome work finding hired guardsmen to transport stuff. But if you pay enough, you'll find some
Yeah.
decent folk, I imagine."
We have a little saved up because I mean we had to pay the guard obviously, but they're kind of tired of running our errands for us. But
Yeah.
I just really don't envy going myself. It's not a fun trip.
Perhaps
Harper,
you
if-
should put a posting on the job board. Maybe
Yeah.
find yourself some.
If we did
My
that, you
brother
could
is
see
writing
your.
that up right now. It's just, he doesn't really get the fire under him for anything. So
Melody, maybe Patrick
if you need-
can give you the details of this job.
Get out.
If you need some help lighting a fire under them, perhaps I can help you with that. And you just hear this like as we're walking
Yeah.
away, this laughter.
And I'm trying to get these two. I'm like, get out. Door.
Come on, Harper.
About lighting a fire under people, and I'm thinking about Sacred Flame 3, just giggling to myself.
Harper, come on. If we apply for that, you can see your horse friend again, probably on the way out.
Okay. But I'm not going to offer her shoes because I think that would be offensive.
Okay.
Maybe she knows the guy from the leather shop. They change.
Maybe.
Mm.
And if she doesn't, maybe she wants to.
maybe he's the one that told Lily to shit on people who were mean to her. To give you an idea of how Justin's
I forgot to ask.
session 0 went.
When I was talking to him, did either one of them have bird shit on them?
No.
No.
Okay.
So let's head back over there and kindly and nicely and professionally ask if we could be the guards for the shipment. Okay.
I don't know if I can meet all the conditions.
But I have no charisma, so you're our talker.
Nobody would ever have guessed. So we're
I'm
gonna
just
see how
listening to these two as we're walking, and I'm just like, what? Month
Wait,
of
wait,
Drink.
guys. Guess what? We're looking for a job.
Oh my god.
Penelope's just like, okay.
She
What?
wears Zeph's bracelets. It's like, what?
I am quickly getting under the wagon and being busy trying to see what needs to be repaired.
He's so far under the wagon, there's not even metal in there anymore. He's just hiding.
Yeah. As I'm still trying to like get these two to like
Katie,
walk away.
Katie, roll a history check for me.
Eh,
And actually, Justin, you make this roll too.
History.
Mhm.
12.
14.
Okay, yeah, it was a really low DC. So,
Yeah.
Justin, you know that they've been planning this trip into the city to make deliveries and pick up some supplies for a while now. Penelope's been sort of like not asking if you would go, but hinting that since you've made the trip more recently, maybe she would pay you extra to do it if you were up to it. But since she hasn't actually asked you outright, you're not sure if she's actually trying to ask you or if she's just trying to like get your
This
input.
is like Sacred 3 or Sacred Flame 3 levels of tension happening right here. They're just not communicating with each other.
A lot of friction.
She just needs to tell him what she really wants.
I'm just like military can
And Katie, you know that you have already seen a job posting for this, but it wasn't on the town job posting board. It was the one underground.
yeah. And I'm already signed up, so I don't want them going with me. So
Yeah.
If you're hiring, we're pretty good with the blade. At least I am. And she is good
Oh, I
with what she does too.
I'm just doing this to Fidelity. So
What does she do?
Inspires people.
To what exactly?
Be their
Fight
very
better.
best. The best there ever was.
How much does the job pay?
Well, I'm still working on that because I know what we paid the guards the last time, but if there's less people, it's more dangerous. So it really depends how many people we get signed up. And obviously, the level of competency they bring to the table.
Well, I could.
Competency. She is your girl. She was top of her class, man. She's swinging blades. They go so fast you don't even see it go by.
We could always say I hire on for the job and she's like a bonus.
I'm a helper.
Penelope obviously sees the not very subtle. But Penelope also likes the idea of two people for the price of one, and she's like, "Okay, where are you staying? Let me get your information."
We are staying at where are we? What is that one called?
The
Jen?
Valkyr's Rest.
Yeah.
Valkyr's Rest.
I don't know why it's signing up.
Okay, well, I don't know when we'll be ready to go, probably like 2 or 3 days. So if you don't have a more permanent place, just stay there, and I'll get you the details as soon as I can.
That sounds wonderful.
Okay. If you want to do some like small shit around town in the meantime, I know like the orchard always needs help, and there's stuff to do to keep busy, to make money. She
Yeah,
looks
She
outside
feels
work.
an irritated presence behind her.
Yeah, outside work.
Yes.
Yeah, there's outside work.
What time is it, Jenna?
by now it's probably like 11. It's still
Okay.
morning.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Harper?
When
Are
they
you-
when they turn to leave, Penelope looks at you, Katie, and just like, what? Literally, everybody that's encountered Zeph today is just flipping her off or going, what?
I'm gonna slide back out from under the wagon and be like, well, I think I can have this sorted out for you, but I'm gonna need some help pushing it up to the forge.
Harper, head over
Penelope
your
just
mouth.
immediately
I'm like,
looks.
oh, pushing.
Well, you've got that green lad. What was his name? I always forget. He's strong. He could help me push this thing.
Valric, would you mind giving him a hand?
I'll get Colton. He's got that one real strong arm. He can steer. He's been working the forge, and it shows. He's got a vice-like grip.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
How you doing, Thorgood?
I'm doing well. You're very strange. But we need to push this wagon to the forge. It's got a busted axle, so it'll be a little difficult.
It's got a
Harper,
busted ass.
maybe you can inspire your friend to push harder.
No, that's okay. I'll get it.
All right, you lift that side with the broken side, and I'll push from this end. Colton, I'm hollering towards
I just
the
start
forge.
pushing since I'm the sturdy build. I push I'm a large creature, so I probably could move this by myself.
Probably. I'm just.
You can't even reach it anymore.
Reach over and pat you on the head as I'm pushing with one hand.
Yep, that's it. Heave.
Roll just straight strength checks.
Oh god.
Whoever's
Ooh,
pushing.
that's not good.
Oh shit. That's not good at all.
I try to be funny and pat him on the head. So
And yeah.
well,
Strength
I got an 18, so.
abilities.
It's been a minute. Give me a second.
Really?
10. I'm only pushing with one hand, patting you on the head.
Torga, do you feel like the big ring guy's not really pulling his weight, but after about 20 minutes, you get the cart over to the forge, close enough to the forge for you to work on it?
Just gonna look him up and down and go, all that needlework's really showing. Feels like you hardly put any effort into that wagon. But I thank you nonetheless, and I go inside and I bring an apple out. Fresh from the orchard. Appreciate the help.
You know I live there, right?
No, I didn't know that, but I'll take that back if you don't want it.
No,
I feel like Varric's
you.
gonna end up nearsighted from looking at the little lace.
As he's
He
walking
doesn't
away, I'll
work
be
on
like,
the lace, he works on the leather.
I'll have the alls later this afternoon. I just need to fix this first.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna turn to Colton and go, I think he's high.
Colton waits till Torgan walks inside, and he's like, if you are, dude, like, hit me up.
Suddenly, Harper pops up in the middle.
I don't
Birthday
understand,
party?
so I look at him. Hit you up? Okay.
The whole time, yeah, Zephyr is dying laughing.
I literally just palm him in the head.
Did you not give it a fuck out?
Roll strength. Roll strength.
Little bunny foo-foo
Oh,
moment.
dear Lord.
Did you kill him?
23?
I'm taking into account that you did not intend lethal damage, so he just kind of looks like he had his bell rung, and he's just like, dude.
I'll
Okay.
cast Healing Word on Colton.
Dude, you killed my buzz.
So he gets 5 points of health back.
You killed my buzz, man.
Oh, I hope Penelope sees this because this is fucking
Slash
hilarious.
my concuss. She's like just trying to ignore everything happening right now. She's just like, what the fuck?
I'm dying. I am just cracking up, dying laughing.
You are the strangest little man.
Oh. Oh.
And I'll just walk off.
Colton's just like, okay, well, I'm going back to work now. And he pulls the book out of his pocket and goes and sits back down.
Oh god.
Just kind of dumbfounded by the whole exchange, and I'm gonna walk in and say a prayer, and light the forge, and start working on this axle.
I just shake my head and I'm like, come on, Harper.
She's giving both of those two side eye. He just hauled off. We were talking about having good times, and he hauled off and beat that boy who likes her book. No, it was just a cackling, like, oh, fuck.
Oh god. Oh, I needed that laugh.
Okay, Zeph, where to now?
Alright.
In a barrel of laughs.
You can either keep heading the direction you were heading, which will take you through the residential area and to the orchard and the stables, or you can go the clockwise direction, which will take you to the vendor stalls and the temple that you've been to, and then a couple other establishments.
Yeah. Well, since this is kind of the end of where all the vendors are, unless we turn around and go back. Otherwise, we're getting into residential. And nothing else seemed to catch y'all's eye, or do you want to go back through and look again?
Well, you haven't walked through the side with like the temple and the other
Yeah.
like shops and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to.
Sarah,
That guy really liked his.
is Melody religious? Because Harper isn't. She's too much of a party girl.
I am, but I'm religious to just the my goddess, which would not be here. So,
Okay.
How do you know?
Yeah.
wow, I assume.
Yeah, I was about to say, you might want to, if you do want to ask.
All right, I mean, we can just keep going. I want to see the orchard anyway, so.
All right. Do you want to go to the orchard or do you want to go to the other places first because they're in opposite directions?
Yeah.
Well, Zeph, you're leading, so you just show us what you want to show us, basically. We're just following you.
Take you back because I'm thinking that y'all are looking for work. So I'm going to take you through where the vendors, and I'll take you where the religious things are and just avoid one certain section of it. And
Just avoid that one corner.
What's over there?
Nothing.
Her favorite corner.
I thought that didn't happen in the religious section.
Trying to find where that information is. I literally just have. I have too much stuff in my brain that my brain can't handle, and now that it's all written out, I can't find shit. It's really, really fun time.
Welcome to my world.
Yep.
I try to write notes for everything for work, and then it's like, crap, I can't find anything because I wrote it all down and it's no longer in my brain.
Okay, are you walking back that way?
Yes, towards the temple and all the other.
Okay, so you walk back past that teleportation circle, and on the other side, on the right along the interior wall, there are a bunch of like set up vendor stalls, and you get the feeling it's a bunch of the traveling traders that come up to sell stuff, that there's not really any permanent establishments in that area. So you know you're probably not going to find a job with them. Across from that, there is a temple that there isn't any one symbol of a deity on the outside. It just says temple. Like it doesn't specify who it's a temple to or for or whatever. Beyond that, there's an establishment that looks really nice. Like it looks like whenever they built it, they put a lot of money into it, but they haven't put a lot of upkeep to the outside. Like it seems like they don't really care. It's not a storefront they're trying to make like stand out. It's called the Relic House. Beyond that, there is an apothecary called the Dispelling Bee. And at the end of the road, there is a garden with a bunch of bee boxes and what looks to be a brewery based on all of the barrels and stuff outside.
Brewery.
So
Any of this look interesting to you, Harper?
There's booze at the end of the row.
Yeah, but that's where they brew it. It's not where they serve it.
I mean, you can buy it there, just a bottle at a time.
Don't tell her that.
well, I
That
already
Buy-
did.
That was God
Buy
telling
yourself a whole
everyone that.
bottle.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll name a variety after me.
You want to go to the brewery, Harper?
Harp Lager.
Oh God.
Wow.
Boo.
Wow. Oh boy.
Oh, Lordy.
I really should have negotiated. Yes.
So, Zeph, how long have you been here?
Try that again.
How long have you been here? You seem to be very informative about this place.
A while. Not too terribly long.
Do you like it?
It's a place like any other.
Anything we need to avoid?
And I point like towards the teleportation circle. I'm like, that.
At least she didn't point at me.
Yeah. Besides that, pretty much most of the people around here are pretty decent, I guess. It's a decent enough town.
That sounds fair. Do you have like a residence around here, or like where would you suggest for permanent housing?
I don't really have that.
Where do you
So
stay?
I guess I'll say just pretty much anywhere you can find a place to crash, really. Guess I never really thought about actually getting my own place. Oh well.
She's basically been staying at an inn since she's been here. It's just not necessarily the one that you're staying at.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I've never really had a permanent place to stay, so I've never really thought about it.
She
She's
has
like
a
couch
really
surfing.
low rate weekly rental.
Yeah.
She's at the extended stay room.
Yeah.
Are there any rules that we need to abide that would be different than a normal place? Other than the stay away from the teleportation circle?
Yeah, stay away from the teleportation circle. Try not to piss people off too much.
Generally don't break laws.
Yeah. General rules, no thieving, no killing, no.
Gotcha.
Well, no. Yeah, you can kind of run around drunk. Most of the guards do.
The guards don't. The people in the Bard College do.
Guard, bard, whatever.
Yeah, guard.
I just thought I'd clarify.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
They're
I just
all
wanna make
dressed really
sure-
nice.
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't any weird rules. You know, some places have weird rules, like don't open the gate at night.
What weird places have you been?
Look at Harper.
Do I even want to know what kind of towns you two have been
And push the
been in
lotion
recently?
on the skin.
Because yeah, that's a strange rule, but okay, yeah, sure, you say so. Got it.
Oh, we don't have words.
All right. Any place y'all see here you want to go in? Yeah, let's just pick one. Anyone?
Do you want to go to the brewery, Harper?
She's mad at you now.
So you're not talking to me.
No.
Okay, I don't know what you did, but that was genius.
It's not permanent.
Sister is talking to no one in particular. you think you know people, and then they're like blah blah blah, and then you try and help them, and you're setting them up, and like, oh, look at this opportunity, and then they just right in the back.
A random vendor's just like, "Are you talking to me, ma'am?"
Have you ever experienced such a thing?
I can't say that I have.
Do you have siblings? Because this is how siblings are.
Well, yeah, but they died in a drow attack, so
Oh man.
Wow.
Really?
She's out.
First impression.
You might want to get her.
Melody grabs her and she's like, let's go, Harper.
You get your hands off me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, just drag her behind us. Just drag her behind us. Oh wow.
Let's go now, okay? Come on. We'll go get you some alcohol.
Now, and you make all the rolls.
literally all of the vendors are just watching this train wreck happen. Like,
And I'm just sitting here going, oh wow. And everybody thought I was strange. Kid, you are making me look normal. Thanks.
Are you sitting in the middle of the thing?
She's standing and she's walking, but she's just not happy about it.
Zeph, you see Dory kind of peeking her head out of the temple to see what the commotion is.
Y'all give me 1 minute, okay? I'll be right back.
Break.
Yeah, we'll take a break real quick so everybody can smoke and
Okay.
pee and stuff, and be thinking about what you want to do when you get back, so I don't have to ask what are you doing every 5 minutes.
Oh, come on. Don't you like all these interactions?
I do, but I'm sure they're super fun for the people that aren't there with you.
Oh, okay. They could have followed us.
Jenna, I rolled a 16 for the axle whenever that comes up,
Okay.
and a 13 for the alls eventually.
I don't feel too bad about the people who aren't with us because somebody crawled under a wagon to avoid me.
I was gonna say your first impressions are just as good as Chase Cunningham on that.
I just got done with those.
Those are so good. The curses. Holy shit. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Except I don't murder horses.
The fucking bridesmaid curses.
He looks at the satyr and goes, horse man. And I'm like, oh my God. Not even goats.
We're gonna have to leave the horses. We're gonna have to slaughter the horse.
I already did it. He slowly pulls the sword away from Sally's neck. What? I approached the hippogriff with my sword in hand. God, no.
Like when he finally just got all the curses piled on, and he's just like, so I rolled a 19 to convince him, and all these maggots. Oh fuck.
Usually I don't appreciate Eric Mona as much as I did this round. I'm like, okay, you finally fit.
Yeah, his character was perfect. Yeah, because usually he's a lot more overbearing. This one, he just fit perfectly for.
Well, both he and Joe actually relaxed, and they, there was a little rules lawyering, but they were like, oh, okay, well, we'll do this, and it's easy.
I liked that Eric Mona was more asking, like, how do I do this? Because it's a new system, which was good because that was the whole point, was to play the newer version of 2.0. And I liked that Bowman wasn't like driving too hard to the rules. It was a lot more informative and all that. Because some of the past games, it was really like, you can't do that,
My only thing, like, this round I appreciated 2 better, but I don't like the crit threshold.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it just seems like so much to keep track of because.
Well, and you're slamming your players left and right.
Yeah.
Even at 7th level, if they're suddenly taking 40 plus damage on a hit.
Yeah. Like I don't get why just going like 10 over whatever the AC is a crit. Like that just seems a little too too much. Like I would
Yeah.
rather have just the normal crit system than have that, and maybe like on a confirmation if it's 10 over, sure you have that really cool thing. But
Well, and that was one of the comments from Cannon Fodder was that having that really rules out their whole crit deck.
yeah, it really
And that's a
does.
whole Patreon thing. So I don't think it works for their game quite as well.
No, I don't think it does either. Yeah, and just from a DM perspective, like that is so much to pay attention to. Like,
Yeah.
and then trying to figure out, oh, did I crit that player? Like, I'd have to constantly know what everybody's AC is, and like it's just too much work.
I never did get, because I binged it all at once, and I still never got used to every time he rolled, he's like an attack roll. They'd count it. Oh, I rolled 23 AC. And I'm like, I don't like announcing it as I rolled an armor class, you know?
Yeah. Well, especially because they did away with like touch and the other stuff. So
yeah,
it's like,
but they never, like, partly it was dealt away with, but partly it was handled differently, and then they never got into how it was handled differently.
right. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. Like I definitely grasped the initiative rolls better because he explained it a little bit more this time around.
Sure.
So it made sense, but I'd still rather just have an initiative roll,
Yep.
So just call it initiative. Like have your initiative be whatever that point is. And then make the rule to where like if you're stealthing, roll your stealth. Like,
Well, and part of my general complaint about Pathfinder, they scale so quickly. So I'm
right.
like, how do you get an armor class in the 30s and at like level 5? So then your monsters have to deal so much more damage constantly. And it's like, well, if you just, D&D, yeah, you're going to get awesome items, but slowly. You don't build
Right.
an AC at all quickly.
Right. And like I'd have to really like look at how all that works in a book to understand it, because it's just like the numbers are so much higher for everything. So I don't know if it's just based on the fact that you can take all these different feats that boost things up or what, but like it's just so high numbers.
Yep.
Like that's too much math.
Exactly. I mean, if you're trying to do it on the fly, even Skid was like, well, we edit out a lot of my pauses. And I went, I bet you do.
Yeah. Did you finally get caught up on Raiders?
I did.
Oh, good. Fucking Ellie's character, this last one was like, she did really well acting that out.
She really did. I was impressed.
Yeah, she was awesome. That was like the first time seeing Ellie like be really dramatic
And acting chops.
Yeah, and that's what they had initially hired her for, was because she's some sort of, actress. But yeah, like that was the first time I was just like, I am truly impressed with Ellie. Like that was standing ovation.
I just like the part where she goes, I will walk out of this room if Troy kills my character. Yeah, I don't blame you.
I've noticed how much she's come along within the past few months as far as like just busting people's chops and being outspoken, and
Yep.
I really appreciate it. The fucking scotch must have really helped. Drinking their inventory. This is the first time we've seen you without a pint of scotch.
I expect you also to keep your eyes peeled, because if they're on the floor, I'm going to be taking sneaky photos.
Uh-oh.
Everybody back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids were just hanging from the ceiling. That wasn't a big deal.
Nothing new there.
Yeah, I don't. I can't tell if you're joking, Sarah.
No, they pulled their mattresses down, piled them up on the wall, crawled up them, jumped up on the curtain rods, and climbed up as far as they could to where they were on top of the curtain rods, and then they got scared and couldn't come down.
Why are your children cats?
No friggin' idea.
Just gonna have to install some straps
Right.
just to
Yep.
tie them down at night.
I
Of
know.
course.
My mom's
You're-
like, Benadryl works. I'm like, God.
You're nicer than my mom. My brother did that once, and my mom was like, "You got up there, you get down." It went so well.
Yes. I can imagine.
Okay.
He got tired and fell eventually. It was fine.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look at these two and I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna go towards the temple.
Well, we're following you.
When you get to the door, Dory's in the doorway and she's
She's
so
Dory
new
in the doorway.
people? Yeah.
Oh, Dory.
Yeah,
Is this the
they're-
non-denominational or the?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only temple that's not specific to one god.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, they're new. Can you? Yeah.
You see a tabaxi woman with gray fur and a lot of scars, and one of her ears has a chunk missing. Lean out from around Zeph and go, "Nice to meet you."
Levi, stop.
Nice to meet you too.
Hi.
Dory, is it?
Yes.
Show them the temple, please. Please show them the temple.
I'm Melody, and this is Harper.
Harper, nice to meet you. Would you like to come in? I have tea.
Sure.
I'm just going in.
Yeah.
You walk in, and she walks all the way to the front where she has a teapot, and she hands a cup to each of you, and you all now have a nice little cup of chamomile tea. It's calming, soothing tea.
Is there anybody else in the temple, or?
It's still pretty early in the day, so most people are at work, so it's just her. I'm allergic to her. It's cool.
Well, this is very nice. Thank you.
And as you look around, you see that floor to ceiling, corner to corner, there are about 3-inch tall images of basically every deity symbol that you've ever seen. And they are organized by pantheon.
Go take a look around. Go take a look.
So, do I see mine in there, Jenna?
Roll a perception check. Or investigation, whichever is higher.
That'll be 21.
Yes, you see it in the middle of the east wall, just about halfway up.
Alrighty, I guess I'll do like a little prayer saying, please give me strength to deal with.
Don't strain yourself for the ones you care about or anything.
When you go over to the symbol and pray, you kind of get this calm feeling, but you think it might be the tea. Not sure.
I'm just gonna be like, why don't you go with her? Looking at Harper, I'm like,
So I think she drugged us.
No, I mean, it's just chamomile tea.
Okay.
I'm trying to get Harper to like go with her sister. I'm like, why don't you go take a look around?
Because it's church.
It's a temple. No church. Just a temple.
Isn't that synonymous?
Not here.
Melody can see you or not Melody. Dora can kind of see you trying to like get her away from you. So she's like, how about you come and sit with me for a little while? Let them look around and do what they want. And she pats a pillow on the floor next to her where she's sitting cross-legged, just sipping her tea.
Harper will huff and go over and drop down semi-gracefully, but plop next to her.
So, you seem like you're having a very intense morning.
It was fine for a while.
What happened?
Oh, Legion! Oh God!
Were you
Dog
attacked by a
attack.
dog?
Apparently.
What puppy got? Sorry, y'all.
Sister, you got any sisters?
I have, well, not all of them are sisters, but I have 8 siblings.
You just, you can't live with them, and you can't live with them.
I thought that too, that's why I left. Sometimes I think I was young and made rash choices, but I've found enlightenment on my way, and there were mistakes on my end as well. Sometimes you just have to forgive them because they're family.
How you want to? Oh, say hi,
Rashes
everybody.
heal.
Say hi.
Oh,
Okay. You said hi. Well done.
Rory.
Rudy, he's in the computer. Hey. We gotta go check the windows for dogs now.
I already had one. I literally just grooved on one.
They'll be fine.
I think being a little concerned for this potentially holy person and her rashes, Harper will feel in a kinship and just be like, she wants to make these rules and she doesn't want to ever follow the rules and I'm just trying to make this a good time.
Maybe she thinks she's trying to make it a good time, but she thinks that maybe her idea of a good time and yours is not so much the same, but she doesn't know how to make it a good time for you and keep you safe.
Melody wouldn't know a good time if it jumped up and bit her in the
You can say ass, it's okay.
ass. Believe me, I have tried to introduce her to the concept, and it just does not sink in. There's like a good time force field.
Well, perhaps that is something that she needs to meditate on herself. But maybe you can work on understanding her point of view.
I'm gonna tell her you said she needs to meditate on that.
I will tell her myself if that makes you feel better.
A little bit, yeah.
I will do that for you.
Oh.
Speaking of good times, did you know that there's a magic man in the leather place?
And magic. Oh, the tall one?
He's so big, but then he wasn't big anymore.
Yes, I've met him.
What did he call you? He called me long ears. I'm not sure if I should be offended or not.
I don't think he means offense by it. I think he just has his own ways.
Boy, you think everybody's got their own ways.
Do you not have your own way of doing things that other people don't do it your way?
Everybody should do it my way.
But if everyone did it your way, it would
We
not
would all
be
have
your
good
way
times.
anymore. But wouldn't that be boring if everyone did it your way?
No, that's the point.
Oh my god.
Are we hearing this, or are we
Yes.
too far away?
There is no soundproof room in this. There are
Like
good acoustics
echoing.
in this room. Yeah.
I glance over at Zeph.
This is non-denominational. I can preach party time if I need to.
I mean, you can find the symbol to Dionysus and take up religion if you want. Like,
He looks suspiciously like Andrew WK.
I just pretend like I'm praying now. Just-
I'm just wandering around sipping my tea, just like, fuck.
this tea ain't strong enough.
No.
So, what are you going to do in town?
I don't know yet. Like, I think we're going on some sort of trip for the other place, but I'm not really sure yet. And Melanie wants me to get like a job. We'll see how that goes.
Well, if you need a job, you could help clean here. I mean, I'm here by myself.
I just spit tea.
There's really
Melody listens to this. She wants this response.
there is nothing a lot to do. Like mostly you just make tea, and then like sometimes it gets a little dusty, so you clean. And then people come in and sometimes have questions, but most of the time I just sit and meditate or, take a nap in the sun or
I look at Zeph and I'm like, is she trying to recruit her to the church? Seriously?
This is the way to do it for Melody because in her head, she just imagines not actually cleaning, but having like those impromptu dance parties you have in your kitchen when you're doing stuff, and you're just like,
I mean, if that's how you want to clean, you can still do it.
see, I have made a friend.
Melody's going to become a preacher.
Becoming a janitor at an establishment doesn't make you part of their religion.
No.
That's how they get you in the door, though.
I don't think that I don't think Dory's gonna recruit her for Buddhism anytime soon, which is where she's at. So
When I want my job to sound really dangerous, I tell people I take out the trash.
do they
I
curb?
don't know, like cleaning the temple, doing janitorial work. It's very meditative.
That's exactly what Dory thinks, but
Yeah.
she knows not everybody's on that track.
I'm okay with sweeping, but not scrubbing. There's a weird fine line. Like, she's not above chores, but way above hard chores.
Dory looks down at the ground and you notice that the corner where you guys are standing is actually there's not like a floor, it's sand.
Melody
Well,
knows for a
this part.
fact. Melody knows for a fact that she has never seen a broom and would not know how to use one. Because the maids did all of that.
You don't know me.
Yep.
So-
I'm just walking
Her
around
attitude?
steering clear of that one corner of the yeah.
Well, if you don't find anywhere that you think will work, I mean, like, I could always use an extra pair of hands.
You know what? I like you. This is an okay place. And I normally, church is one thing. But you make a good church.
Okay, well, talk to your sister about it. Just, not that you need her permission, but she would probably want to know that you found the job. It pays 1 silver a week, but you can stay here for free, and there will be no hard feelings if you pick up extra jobs on the side. And yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. If you change your mind, it's cool. Like, I've been doing this alone for a long time, so.
I'm just gonna walk over
I think she knows that there's meditative, but I think it's probably gone over her head as to what that is. So she's just gonna start yelling, "Melanie, did you hear? I got a freaking job!"
I'm just gonna walk over to Melody and be like, "What the hell just happened?"
Harper, good for you. I am so proud. And I apologize for my behavior earlier. It was uncalled for.
What?
But I know that you will forgive me because you were so kind and such a good sister.
I'm so fucking
She
confused.
just takes a long drink of tea.
I kind of just give Zeph a look like you don't even understand.
It's also one gold, not one silver.
Okay, that's a lot better.
It's really not that much better.
Oh.
What the fuck? I'm just looking at these two sisters like, I don't understand any of
To
this.
put it in perspective, a modest lifestyle according to D&D is 1 gold point or 1 gold a day.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
You get 1 gold a week.
but
Yeah.
it's a job. Harper got a
yeah,
job.
but you come and you keep her company for a while.
I'm pretty sure Harper doesn't realize that.
And I'm not paying for board. That's pretty
Yep.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you now have a place to stay. Ta-da! Look,
But
you found a job
technically-
and a place to stay. Yay!
technically, we were staying free because she can perform and she has that feat. So.
Oh, so now I'm useful.
But yeah, look, your sister just found y'all a place to stay for free and a job.
Technically, she only found a job for her.
Yeah.
But it's still a place for them to stay.
Hey, we
It's
picked up
still
an
a
escort
place
job on
for
the
the-
side.
Still a place for the person that
An
works
escort.
there to stay.
Come on, Harper. Let's go look at the job board. Or do you want to go look at the horses? I know you like the horses.
Oh, that's tough. Maybe there's a horse job.
You want to go to the stables and look? Maybe you could like do their hair or something.
She's warming to the idea.
Oh, wow.
She's about to go from no jobs to 2 jobs. She's gonna be so rich. She'll be job rich.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What do you mean?
Or we could
Dolls?
we could head back to the job board. Or you could go talk to Colton. Maybe he's read those 3 chapters by now.
Look.
You'll also still have like that entire corner of town.
Mm-hmm. Still got a little bit to, but yeah, you might decide something. Let's just go. Let's finish our tour. Cause yeah,
Okay, Zeph, lead the way.
I need to go to bed sometime. So yeah, let's go.
It's like 11 o'clock
In the morning.
in the morning.
It's
Yeah.
noon by now.
I haven't been asleep all night. So yeah, let's go.
Where are you headed?
Well, I guess we're heading down towards the breweries. See if maybe we can get her to actually walk in that direction now.
All right. As you walk from the temple to the brewery, you pass the relic house, the dispelling bee, the apiary.
Yep. If y'all see anything that catches your interest, just say something.
What if you were allergic to bees?
That would suck for you. As you get closer, you do notice that there is a bear in the garden where the bee boxes are.
Who wants to put their children that close to bees?
A bear.
A bear.
Oh,
I
I heard fair.
Harper might have been drinking something else besides tea.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Harper, don't run up to the bear. Remember what we talked about with animals. They might be
Everyone I've met
people.
has turned out nice.
Yeah, but they might be people or they might be like
Or they might be a
companions.
fucking bear.
Exactly. We don't just run up, okay?
She is an adult. I'm not adult, right? I mean, this is a kid.
Look at him and his fur and his cute little round ears.
And he's a bear.
Maybe.
The bear turns into a woman and says, "She actually."
Oh, Sorry.
Ma'am, you have the cutest little round ears I have ever seen.
Thank you. I think.
okay. Let's just keep going.
She walks over to the edge of the garden, and there's a little like fence between you guys, and she just says, "My name is Maria, and you are."
I
Introduce ourselves.
am Harper, who doesn't just assume things about any of the animals or people, unlike these two. They thought you were like uncivilized and angry.
Well, I was a bear, so I guess I get that sometimes.
Well, sometimes, but I met a bird on the way here who was also like a horse, and then we had a really good time.
Oh, Lily, she's still at the crossroads then?
Yeah, she
She
keeps the bad people away.
So she tells us.
Ooh, snap.
Thinly veiled insults.
Yeah, wow.
It's less of an insult and more of a, we'd be fine if she wasn't there, but if she feels important doing that, that's good for her.
Well, she's doing a really good job.
She seems to be so far. I don't have many complaints.
Nope.
Well, I'm going to get back to the bees. I have some work to get done. If you need anything, I own the dispelling bee here. If I'm out in the garden, Scarlet is inside. She can help you with anything you need.
Are bears really good at taking care of the bees?
I mean, like, real bears probably not, but they don't sting quite as hard when you have a lot of fur.
That is ingenious.
It only sucks when they get you on the nose, but you have to pretty much stick your face in there for them to do that. So
Have you guys seen the photos of like the dogs who
that have gotten
accidentally
stung
bees?
by bees.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're so sad.
They are.
On a side note, when you are tending hives, remember to zip up your bee suit.
I'm sure that helps, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. If not, you'll run a fever after getting 20 times.
She's wearing clothes, Brian.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you need to roll the D4, take some psychic damage. Oh man.
One
Yeah.
point of damage.
Zepha's still like the druids, whenever they like shapeshift and do stuff like that. She's still like, Jesus. Ooh, just
You really get past that living in a city built by druids.
still wigs her out a little bit. It's like,
Well, it was nice meeting you, ma'am.
You too. Anytime you need any honey or anything, just come on by.
Thank you.
And she just nods and turns back into a bear and goes back to what she was doing.
as we walk away, I'm just mumbling myself. It's like, that's just, I don't think that's ever going to get easier to get used to. It's just not right.
Well, it's a good thing you're gonna go get booze so you can drink your sorrows away.
Is there something wrong, Zeph?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm looking at you like, the fuck's wrong with you? That was cool.
Nothing wrong. Look, alcohol.
All right, let's go.
So if you
Harper,
walk,
let's lead the way.
I was
The
actually expecting
building-
Harper to like make a beeline for the brewery.
beeline, sorry.
No.
The brewery is called What Ails Ya?
Oh boy.
And it is. Yeah, it'd be open by this point because it's afternoon. So when you walk in, there's a dwarf behind the counter. And he looks like he's doing some inventory. And doesn't really notice when you walk in.
I just want to go stand behind him too.
Yay.
Look over his shoulder.
Oh boy, she's not doing that.
Roll stealth.
I'm just looking at Melody like, really? Does she do this everywhere?
20
All the time. Welcome to my world.
Wow.
He seems really intent on what he's doing and doesn't notice that you're right behind him.
She's laying down. Excuse me?
He jumps really. He like almost hits his head on your face.
Ah!
Well, how's it? You are very quiet. Walk around you.
She's gonna look at Melody. Did you hear that? I'm quiet.
Right.
So, can I help you with anything?
What you got?
Oh boy.
Alcohol. Are you looking for anything specific or?
You know, I don't know what I'm in the mood for. Like, I had something at the bar earlier that it was very interesting, but I'm not gonna say it was too fancy for my taste, but it was maybe one with a little more kick. I don't know. What do you recommend?
Okay, well, the thing that you had at the bar, was that at the Folly?
Yes,
Okay, was it sweet or was it tart?
sweet.
Okay, that would probably be, and he digs around for a minute and comes up with a bottle that just has a picture of a bee and a honeycomb on it and says, that would be the honey mead. I sell directly to the Folly. Anything you have there, I made here.
You mentioned tart. What's tart?
Oh, that would be, and he reaches down and he pulls out a bottle that has a picture of an apple on it. Hard cider, made by the best for the
In the
best.
in the background, I kind of lean in and whisper to Zeph, "Do they offer tours or something? Because that could keep her busy for like maybe an hour."
You know, I've never asked, but I'm pretty sure this early
Like-
he might give her one.
Like, do you know this guy? Like, maybe he could hook us up.
No, not really.
Okay.
No.
Excuse me, sir. Do you offer tours to show how you brew such brews? I'm sure my sister would love to see the process of how it's
I
made.
don't really share the process, but I can give you a tour of the establishment for free, no problem. If you look over there, that is the wall. If you look over there, another wall. Directly behind you, you'll see the entrance. It doubles as an exit. Don't be confused. I know, it's very complex. And behind me is my inventory. Also, this is my desk.
The
Tour
inventory.
done. If you
Wow.
have any questions, I will be here all week, noon to 6, daily.
How much is a bottle of cider?
The bottle of cider is 10 gold bottle.
Oof.
If you want something a little more kick, we also have this, and he pulls out a bottle that has the same symbol that you saw on the forge and also on one of the banners hanging from the upper tier when you walked in. He says, this is called Rourke's Whiskey. Now, I know you're thinking, why would the forge god be on a whiskey bottle? It's because it burns the shit out of your face when you drink it.
Oh, I don't think I'm ready for that.
Okay, let's see what else we've got. And he just kind of ducks down where he disappears behind his little desk. And he just says, well, okay, we got some wine. We've got some, I don't know how long that's even been down here, but we've got some wine vinegar probably. We have some of the hack special. I don't recommend that unless you want to look like a half orc the rest of your day.
What's the cheapest thing you have, sir?
That would be the hack special. It's 1 silver per tankard, 2 gold for the entire cask.
I wouldn't recommend that.
What do you have cheapest that won't turn us into some other race?
That would be the house special, and he pulls out a bottle that has a pretty close likeness to him. it's mostly beard. It's a caricature that's mostly beard. On the bottle, and it says in like his handwriting, obviously, Hoban's Ale. And he says, "This is 3 gold a bottle."
The ale's not bad.
All right, Harper, are you ready to go? Or
I suppose. Did we learn this guy's name?
You didn't ask, but his name is on the ale. It's Hoban.
Single tier.
Yep. He's got dinosaur figurines
Yep.
behind the desk. You just
There's-
can't see them. It's fine.
A leaf floats in on the wind.
I know.
Thank you for your time, Hoban.
No
Maybe when I
problem.
get some gold, we'll come back and we'll maybe not burn our faces off, but we'll try some of the good stuff.
I can help you out with that. And he sees Zeph behind you. He goes, "So do you need anything today?" And you would know that he occasionally has tinctures that you have inquired about previously.
Yeah. I'm be like, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Do you have any?
Well, I don't have what you asked for last time. It's proving to be, let's just say, the people who can get it to me are having trouble getting it here.
Oh. It's all right. I'll wait. Oh. Thank you for trying.
I just wanted to let you know I have put word out. I'll keep you posted.
Thanks. All right, you two. Where to?
off we go?
Lead
Orchard
the
or
way.
horses?
All right, the fastest way to the horses would be to go back out past the folly and out the front gate.
Yeah, so I'm asking them, I'm like, orchard or horses?
They're both in the
Harper.
same direction, so
Yeah, we'll hit up, I guess, the horses first.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
alrighty. As you walk out the front gate, Patrick looks at you guys and goes, "Oh, you're leaving already? You just got here."
Just
We're on
taking you on a tour.
Yeah, we're on a tour.
Yeah, we're too.
He does the "I don't believe their shit" face and goes, "You're giving them a tour."
I'm being paid.
Well, that's good, I guess. Way to be an entrepreneur, I guess.
Something like that. I just keep on walking. I'm just like,
Okay, have fun.
if you can tell me in the car, it's like,
You're like this.
yeah.
Alrighty, if you walk out, there is a small house, and behind it there's a rather large stable and a field that has a couple of horses just kind of chilling out in it.
Horses, yay.
What do you have against animals?
Nothing.
Well, let's go in, Harper, and see if they have any work, I guess.
Harper?
Lead on.
Yeah.
She's like, "I already have a job. This is on
Yeah.
you."
Harper's like, he's not, I'm just here.
Yeah, I guess we go in the stables.
Oh, shit.
Alright, when you walk in, the guy greets you without looking up from the stall he's in that he's mucking out. "So, we have a few stalls open. Just put it whatever you need. I'll get with you in a second."
Actually, we were wondering if you had any jobs that you needed done.
Oh, and he kind of leans the rake up and comes over to you guys. I don't have any steady positions, unfortunately. I never know how many horses or animals are going to be in here, but when it's busier, I pay for extra help feeding and caring for the animals, keeping the brush down, mucking out stables. Normally, I will pay a silver per stall that needs mucked, or a copper if you're just brushing down the horse, or helping feed them.
If you turn around, Harper's gone. He's petting Noise. Instantly distracted.
Wow.
I mean,
Harper, you having fun over there?
What?
Are you having fun? You made new friends?
I am always making friends.
he just kind of looks around you and he's like, "Oh, okay, she can pet that one. The other one bites, though."
Oh yeah, please let her pet the other one. That would be so.
Harper, don't pet the other one that bites.
No. Let her pet it. That would be so entertaining.
No, she's my sister.
Me as a human really wants to pet the one that bites to prove that I can.
It's a horse. It's not going to do any major damage.
You could do. What's your
You
animal
can
handling?
lose fingers in reality.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you
Oh, yeah.
stick your hand in the horse's mouth,
Yeah, I mean,
Which is kind of what I'm hoping Harper will do.
makes her living playing a lute, fights her hand.
She does have long ears, so it could start nibbling and just.
Yep.
See, he likes me. Mike Tyson?
Oh God, be like my poor Barb where she lost a chunk of her ear.
Up to you.
All right. There's no opportunities here at the moment, Harper. Let's head out.
Then, as you guys start walking out, he goes, "Maybe check the orchard. I know this is their picking season, so."
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
what is so special about these apples? They go in the cider, they go to the horses, they go in the farming implement.
It's a town. They have
maybe
they have orchards.
maybe we should skip the orchard and just go to the job board.
Works for
No,
me.
we'll go see the apples. I'm just curious as to why they're so special.
Okay, more walking. Great. Yeah. All right. Fine. Orchard. Here we go.
Zeph has lost 3 pounds.
Yeah. It is like all this is going through, and like I'm getting more and more tired, and just like.
This is like the last thing to see, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, we'll go to the orchard.
The last thing she's going to show you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Why are the apples so popular? Are they like a special kind, or?
Not that I know of.
They're delicious.
They're just apples.
Enjoy your Granny Smiths.
He doesn't say, but are they red or yellow delicious?
They're yellow.
I mean, hell, it's one of those, everybody walks around eating an apple. They all look like assholes. There you go.
Is that a big seller around here? Like, do you ship, export, import, or is it just for locals?
Looking like assholes? I don't know.
They really corner the asshole market.
Come on, y'all have watched enough freaking movies. Every asshole ends up eating an apple.
Somewhere Torgood's in the forge.
Somewhere Colton's reading the chapter of the book where an asshole literal asshole eats an apple.
Yep.
And he's eating an apple while reading it.
Yeah. Seems right.
It's an export.
Most of the food in the farm and the orchard feeds and sustains the city here. Anything that's extra usually gets donated to the druid tribes that live in the forest around the town.
Okay.
Well, that's very charitable.
They feed their peeps.
So yeah, we head to the orchard.
Just imagine, sometime during the day, everybody takes a bite of an apple at the same time, and it's just like this loud crack.
No, they had to stop that after the second avalanche. They're very high in the mountains. They had to nip that in the butt.
Nobody can eat an apple at the same time.
No, they have to work in shifts.
Yeah.
When you get to
Is
the
it an odd or
orchard,
an even day? I don't know which hour I'm supposed to bite.
There's schedules.
You can't eat a raw apple. It's against the law. It has to be applesauce. It has to be softer. You walk into the orchard, and there are people on ladders on every row. You see a couple of animals in the trees, and you think, "Oh, well, that sucks. The animals are going to get to the apples," and then you realize, "Oh, it's more druids in animal form helping pick the apples."
Still just wigs me out. Just like heebie-jeebies. Weird.
Didn't the
There's-
guy from Leather and Lace say he lived in the orchard? Like, do they have housing out here?
No.
No, I think it's just him.
I think it's creepy that you were figuring out where he lived.
But he did say that he lived in the orchard, like out loud.
It was just.
I didn't clock that kind of information.
You were too busy talking about your smut books.
When it's a good book, you want to share it with the world.
Smut. Out loud.
As though you don't like it. You said it was a good profession.
Profession. That's done
Author
behind
makes a lot of money.
You were also very interested in that corner that you didn't want us around.
No, I just didn't want to be around it.
Zeph's afraid of a corner.
God, I'm gonna kill her.
I know what I was gonna do anyway.
Oh, I know. I just can't wait till we're all together.
It is late enough in the afternoon now that Valric's probably off work, so whether or not he goes straight to where he lives in the orchard or not is up to you.
Oh, he's gonna roll to the side. He's like, "Are you going? Are you going home?"
Yep. I'm gonna go help pick some apples.
So as you walk around the orchard, you do see a familiar, tall, green figure who doesn't seem to need a ladder to reach most of the apples.
Harper, there's your friend now.
Play it cool. Play it cool.
Play what cool?
Oh my god, now he knows we're looking. What are you
Look
doing?
back, I see them, and I'm gone.
3 purple women just like,
I'm just staring where he was, and I'm like, I need to learn that trick. Holy crap!
Please walk up and do this.
Please, Harper, do it, do it, do it.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
You run into something, and all of a sudden, don't touch there. It's inappropriate.
I just feel like she's trying to be like echolocate like a bat, just
No, when you touch me, I reappear.
And you don't know where you were touching.
Well, she would probably know if she's touching it.
Oh God. Oh yeah.
as much as someone who's fairly purple can blush.
Oh yeah. Zepha is just dying laughing again.
I look over at Zepha and I'm like, it usually takes a lot more alcohol to get it to this point.
Oh, this is fucking hilarious. Wow.
Just wanted to see if you vanished.
Well, you definitely found me.
You found a part of me, all
With
right?
your hands in her pockets.
Oh wow.
Nope.
Well, most people introduce themselves long ears when it gets to this point.
Well, apparently she said to not. She just went right past go.
She introduced herself back at the shop.
Yeah.
You did.
No, she didn't.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because you called her long ears and she just kind of stared at you like you were being impolite. Yeah. Good point.
I feel like he's the only one who's gonna make me nervous. Yeah, because he's just so outside of my experience.
And I'm towering over, leaning over you.
After
Yeah.
you just got done grabbing his crotch.
I mean, I'm sorry, kind of, but you did kind of go invisible, so
Here's an apple. And I give her an apple and walk away.
I think it is Brian.
Yeah.
Say what?
There was an echo.
Echoing. Echo, echo, echo.
There's still a little bit of echo. How about now?
It might.
Hello?
Yep, I think it was
Yeah.
the Joneses.
Yeah, it was us. Hold on.
How dare you be echoing?
I know, God forbid. Is that better?
Sweetie, just come here.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
No more cackling.
Right. That's not gonna happen.
Okay. Back up. I hand you the apple. Here's an apple, and I just walk away and go to another tree and start picking.
As far away from you as he can get.
A guy walks up to him and just goes, "Are they bothering you or?"
She's a little touchy, but I don't think she knows any better.
Okay.
Zepha's just dying laughing.
He just kind of reaches up and pats you on the shoulder and starts walking over to the new people.
Oh.
So, can I help you? Are you molesting my workers on purpose, or? He saw what went down. He just doesn't have context for it because he was a little ways away.
Oh, go ahead, Harper. Explain
Was
yourself.
invisible.
Yeah, I think you scared him. I've only seen him do that twice, and both times it's because he was startled.
I didn't even say anything. I wanted to see if he disappeared. I didn't realize he was just invisible.
Well, now you know.
I know too much.
I don't need to know.
She has this weird PTSD look on her face. Like, I mean, really, we were raised highborn. Like, we know
Yeah.
we have manners. It was just an honest mistake.
Sure, it was, sure. Okay, well, if you want to do that, there's places for that in the city, not out here.
Yeah, that was the first place I took them, but they said no.
Well, my sister wants to pick your apples.
Oh my god. I'm not drunk enough for this. I need more alcohol.
I
Does
look
she?
back and do I know the guy's name that they're talking to? Yeah. When I
Yes,
work with him.
his name is Brayburn.
Careful, Braybeer. She tried to pick mine.
I'm gonna look shocked that he has a sense of humor.
Like on the ground laughing.
Brayburn seems a little bit shocked that
Oh god.
you would make that joke, mostly because you
I'm
normally
not
don't
joking.
talk.
That's the thing.
I know, but he
He thinks you're joking.
Yeah, our understanding of this interaction is
The only person getting a good laugh is me.
Yeah. Melody's just like, this is the toss up. So.
Melody, he looks at you and he goes, "If you want to pick the apples for you to keep, it costs like a couple silver for the basket. If you're wanting to help pick them, I pay a silver a basket that you bring to me to sell."
All right. That's good to know. Thank you.
No problem.
Harper
You said
through bard spells. Please shatter. Thunderwave. We could get a lot of apples out.
They would also probably kill the trees. so
Trees,
maybe
yeah.
Don't do that.
Oh god.
Would you say it's like 5 p.m.?
Probably like 3:34.
Okay. Let's start heading back, Harper. It's almost open mic night.
I think the only reason Zepha is laughing so hard, she's just slap happy by this point because she hasn't slept since the day before.
Apologize to the nice gentleman, and let's go.
She's like, I don't even know where to begin.
You could just always walk up to him and just come and be like, "I'm sorry."
Just sorry, little guys. Didn't mean to grab you.
Oh man.
She did it.
No, I don't actually do that. I don't actually do that.
Harper actually does that. Please, please, please.
She said it. It's done. Come on.
Oh God.
I'm up here.
Oh, she actually did it, Melody. She actually did it.
Oh, I would just be.
Oh, God.
I don't think I would take my hands out of my pocket, so I'd just be like,
Oh, God. Oh,
sorry you were invisible.
And I'm sorry you don't know where it's appropriate to touch people.
I have learned something today. And then
I
she just,
think-
I'm walking away.
oh God, Melody.
Melody's just shaking her head. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk up to Justin and be like, "We're really sorry."
Oh God, she actually did it. That was
Once
amazing.
we leave this orchard, I'm going to pretend it never happened.
Oh, I'm crying.
There.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's just get you back to the
I'm
work
just
board.
I'm just looking at it because I don't know what to make of these weird elves.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm
What-
definitely not looking back. So
Oh, just in context, Justin, is that like the most action he's had in a while?
Yeah, it's like a walking around loincloths. No. I'm a paladin. I'm very virtuous.
I know,
Yeah.
I pick it.
Let's put it this way. That's probably the only action he's ever had.
No?
wearing a loincloth literally means you have your panties in a wad.
No, I'm dressed like a paladin.
Oh God.
Alrighty.
Brian, you want to be groped too?
Nope. I will hit you with a hammer.
Alrighty, so Melody's plan is to head back through, let
I'm gonna
Harper-
take them back to the job board, and I'm gonna leave them there.
yeah. If we pass by the forge, is Colton still out there? Or
You probably won't pass by it. I assume
Oh,
you're
okay.
back in the front gate.
Yeah,
gotcha.
we're gonna pass by your boyfriend again.
I have so many.
Not you, her.
You don't know anything about that, do you?
No.
Okay.
I mean, she probably did pick up on him being like, "Oh, you're leaving already?"
Like, wow. That's like, you're making friends already, aren't you? Both of you making friends real quick, like.
Friends. Sure.
Yeah. And your sister's just a little bit more forward about it. That's you know. Oh wow. Wow, usually have to pay for this type of entertainment. Oh God. All right. Here's the workboard. Go through it. Look around. Get yourself a place to stay. I'm going to bed.
It was nice meeting you, Zeph.
Yep, you do. Night.
That one worries me.
Yeah, I didn't like the guard's reaction to her either. Perhaps she was not the best choice, but what's done is done. Is there anything on the board or?
There are a couple of things on the board. There is one flyer that says that they will pay you to help pick apples. There is another one that says that they will help if you want to help clean the temple. Basically all the jobs that you already know about because you fucking asked people.
I feel like a great detective already.
You talk to everyone in the town. You know the jobs that are available.
Okay. I didn't know if there was something else.
They are also looking for a janitor at the Bard School because nobody wants to clean up after the party kids. But
Yeah, I did that once too many times. All right, Harper. You want to go and try out open mic night? Show these other bards what for?
Is it time for that?
it's probably close enough.
on the sole condition that now you also have to do a little number.
Well, you know I always play the flute to accompany you when you sing.
Not on your own.
I'm not going to do it on my own. That's your gig.
Well, you don't have to play the flute, but you got to do something.
I don't do things like that, Harper.
Do a dance.
I don't dance. I could never be as good as you. You know that.
Be a member of this family.
I am a member of the family, but you know I don't do the bard stuff. That's why I went a different direction.
Harper's might be planning to put her name in without approval.
All right, we head to the bar.
Yes, we do.
All right, when you get there, the bar is pretty full. There are already people up on stage. There seems to be sort of one or two people up against the wall waiting their turn. It's mostly kids younger than you. All of them seem to have drinks on the table, and it's pretty bustling. There's a couple of seats at the bar, but there aren't really any available tables.
Which bar is this?
The Fox's Folly.
Okay.
Do we recognize anybody there? Other than the bartender?
Me.
Me and Colton are there at a table kind of far from the stage.
Are you having tea?
Nope.
Are
There's
there
a
open
bottle.
seats?
At their table, are there
Yeah.
open seats?
I mean, there's seats.
I'm gonna figure.
Harper, look, there's your friend.
I give him the what's up.
Oh, I'm talking to Colton and not paying attention to anything.
Not
No,
to
she's
you.
signaling.
Oh,
Colton.
yeah. I'm
Colton.
filling the bartender in about our the lovely
your day.
escapades these two are in the orchard.
Harper, why don't you go talk to your friend? Maybe we can get a seat in here since it's so full.
He's with the angry boss guy.
Okay. Well, are you going to wait in line this time or are you going to try to cut again?
I'll feel out the crowd a little bit. Like, I'll start in line, but if there's a good segue, man, you know we're getting in.
Okay. I will be at the bar. Have fun.
She's gonna be
You're going to be
around a little bit.
in line with all the college kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
I mean,
you
she's
get in
not that
line,
much older.
when you get in line,
Yeah.
a couple of them look at you and are just like doing that face of I don't recognize this chick. She's not from the school. What the fuck?
She just
Okay.
rolls with it.
All
She's
right.
just kind of like,
I'm going to go sit by Zeph.
yeah, as natural a habitat.
When you get up to the bar, the bartender just goes, "You want anything, or are you sticking to water?"
Just water. I can't drink.
That's
Somebody.
unfortunate.
Yes,
Gives you
somebody
a
has to
pitcher.
be sober.
Do you though? Like really? Do you?
Yes, you would not believe what happened the one time I did drink.
He gestures to the entire bar and goes, "I would believe whatever you told me."
Yes. Well.
I'm just looking at him and I'm like, believe me, she deserves.
I like to believe that she is telling people I can't drink because I gotta watch my sister. When in reality, the one time she got drunk, she's like naked on a table or something, and it's like not got anything to do with me.
Zeph, thank you so much for showing us around. I know you were paid, but that was very kind of you.
Had a few entertaining moments.
Yes. So, this job that we're doing, are you going to be part of that, or you seem to know them very well?
Yeah, I've already signed up for it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Harper's excitable, but she's good people.
She's annoying, but she's entertaining to say the least.
Wait till you hear her up there. That's where she really shines.
Well, maybe you should find a way to keep her up there.
Oh, that's what we're doing. Open mic night. Trying to get her a following in this new town.
So that's what you do? You just follow your sister around so she can become famous? Doesn't sound
I
like-
follow my sister around because if I didn't, she would be dead within a day, probably. She does not know the world. She was very sheltered coming up.
Is she the baby of your family?
Definitely. She was also very gifted and the prodigal child, so she has been handed everything. She's
Wow.
still very kind. She doesn't really know the real world yet. This is her first time out in the real world, so
Oh, I noticed.
yes.
I noticed. Yeah.
But she's good people and she's a fantastic bard.
Well, I just don't think that leaves much of a life for you.
It is what it is. Maybe when she's older, I can branch out and find my own way. But for now, I'm not leaving her to the world. She's too innocent in her own way.
You're the oldest child, aren't you?
No. But I was the black sheep. So,
Oh, you were the middle kid. Got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were all entire family of bards, and I had to go a different route. I'm the fighter.
Yeah.
You
Don't
know.
feel bad. I left my family behind. Good riddance.
Yeah. So.
Well, if you decided you want a drink, I'll buy you one. You deserve one after today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
So is this kind of the place to be then?
well, kind of one of the only places to be unless you enjoy the ladies of the night, or you are one of them.
Or
Mm.
men in the night. There's gender equality here.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But, like I said, I mean, it's always a good place to work. You make real good money.
I'm not one to judge, but I just don't think that would be my calling.
Yeah, I saw you praying to your god, deity, whatever that emblem was. Sorry, I'm not
Yes.
first and
No, I'm not overly religious, but I do.
Dory's.
I believed more before this journey started. Let's put it that way.
Well, Dory's good people. She talks to me.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do.
I don't know why. You're a very kind person. Does the bartender laugh his ass off?
Have you?
He probably stifles a chuckle. Yeah.
There's just the sound of shattering glasses. He's like, "Oh fuck!"
George was like, what the fuck?
The record scratch. Everybody's staring.
Wow.
Yeah, how are the performers doing, Jenna? Are they? Because, I'm sure
A
both
couple
of us.
of them are definitely, their drinking is hindering their performance a little bit. They're typical college kids. Some of them have not been in the bard school very long, and they have more confidence than skill at this point. But it's not like none of them are so bad that you're like, oh God, get off the stage. They're just it's like middle school piano recital where it's tolerable. No one's fucking horrible. But every now and then there's one kid that you're just like, you did not practice for this. And it shows.
I figure being the older sister that you're probably sitting there with an ear out listening for your sister.
Oh yeah, I'm probably
Chopstick
I'm not facing the bar. I'm facing Harper this whole time. I'm sitting backwards, facing, watching her.
So I figured being a typical older sibling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will say you were the first person to ever say that.
Well, that's sad because you are. You helped us. You put up with Harper all day. That's a thing.
Also, Lily liked you. She was just very concerned for your mental well-being.
Yeah, no, my mental health is still a little.
Yeah.
My mental health is still fragile at the moment.
She was more scared for you than
Okay.
anything.
So, do you have any interactions with the upper echelon? Do the common folk have to worry about anything? Do they come down here at all, or?
They have come down once in the last 5 years, and it was before she got there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Their children come down occasionally, but they don't really announce like my parents are so and so unless they get in
Yeah.
trouble. So
Let's put it
Gotcha.
this way. They don't come down personally, but you know.
Over the din, you hear, "My father will hear this."
I hear things from them every now and
Some
then.
little blonde kid in a cloak just storms out of the bar.
But yeah, no, they don't come down from their seats on high. Just
that's good.
the other place. That's what upper echelon is good at.
Yeah, that's good for us though. We don't have to kiss their feet so often.
Yeah. That's all right. Like I said, the rest of the people in this town, pretty decent assholes.
I hope that the gentleman from the leather place did not take too much of offense.
That was hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
I realize the bartender's now laughing because I filled him in on the whole escapade in the orchard before they got here.
as a fellow extremely tall person, he's more offended at how unconcerned you are about touching people's junk, but just because they're invisible trying to hide from you.
Well, it wasn't like she did it on purpose. I mean, it was an accident.
Yeah, people probably accidentally shoulder him in the junk all the time too.
Yeah.
He's a half orc. He's tall.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, at this time I walk in.
Yeah.
When you walk in, the bartender goes, "Hey, I saved you a seat. Come on." And he waves you to the one like caddy corner, so you're kind of facing everybody. He goes, "Watch out, your friend's over there," and he points
And
to
I was just
Harper.
dying laughing.
Careful, she likes to touch people.
I heard. I heard. What can I get you
Not
to
just
say?
touch, she wasn't even sure. She grabbed a hold.
She did apologize to your apples, though.
I'm afraid part of that might have been my fault. I did kind of send them out of here, so drinks are on me. What do you have?
The bee stuff.
Okay. He will pour you a nice glass of honey mead.
I'm going to spell it. Be like, are you sure you don't want at least one drink?
No, thank you.
I mean, I can water it down like a lot, if that helps.
It's fine.
Mead really isn't.
What's Justin's name?
Valric.
Valric,
Hey.
have you lived here long?
For a cycle.
I know he's been here as long. He was here whenever I got here.
Do you like it? Is it a good place?
Towns are weird.
Dude, you're weird.
That's not nice.
While you guys are talking, the bartender is pouring 3 shots and putting one in front of each of you, and he looks at Melody and goes, "You don't have to drink it if you don't want to. Just know it's there."
I kind of nod to him.
Also, if you don't, I'm sure she will.
Oh, yeah.
Do you smell it before you do that, or you just drink it?
No, just drink it.
Okay. You recognize it as the Hack's brew.
Oh! Got me.
Think Jenna froze.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Her power might have gone out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yep, her power went out. Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, she froze.
Yeah, she's frozen.
There she is.
Yay!
There she is.
Apparently the storm is not agreeing with my internet.
Yeah.
That would have been such a fun cliffhanger to like lose power on.
Mhm.
What
know,
did you?
take the
what were
shot.
you drinking?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, no. Zeph was given this before. It's Hax's brew,
Mm-hmm.
where it's pure rot gut, but
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh,
it'll fuck you up.
you got me.
I just reach over and grab the other one and drink it.
I got it, dude. Oh. Ooh, give somebody some warning there, man.
You could have asked.
I like pat her on the back.
Oh.
Are you?
Would you like some water?
I'm good. Good. Just wasn't expecting that. That's all. Oh, shit.
I mean, this is like the third time I've done this to you. You have to start asking when I put the shot down what it is before you drink it if you're going to bitch at me after.
Just, yeah, you got me.
Was this bad?
Oh, nope, you're good, dude. Yeah,
He leans over to you and goes, "She's delicate. It hurts her," and he just kind of takes a swig out of the bottle.
Oh God, you two! I swear to God, I've got guts of iron.
Hussar has no liver at this point. Like it's fine.
No, yeah, and I've seen him like drink this before. And it's like you have to have a cast iron stomach, dude. There's no way.
How's the line going?
Your sister is probably up next. It's probably moved a little bit by now. Everybody being this near the Bard School, everybody's pretty respectful of like other people want to be on stage, keeping it moving.
Oh God, Harper's not a sure.
Well,
I've been chatting them up. Like we're middling, we're schmoozing.
planning a barbershop quartet. It's fun.
Yeah.
All the theater kids getting together.
Oh, yeah. Harper's like, my sister can totally make us props. It's fine. She's more of a behind the scene girl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the three of us are just entertaining ourselves, laughing.
I'm still trying to figure out how people work.
As I'm just cracking up as he's like asking questions about the random people that he just calls by random names.
Appearances or by something they've done in the past.
Oh,
We had the bar scene. We got hollers.
who let that kid in the bar?
You hear the sound of a very intoxicated bard being escorted off the premises. Good job with the ambient sounds there.
Guards are going to come in and shut this place down for serving underage.
I'm not underage. I'm a halfling. Fuck you, guard.
It's this little gnome getting kicked out.
It's Lily. It's 100% Lily.
It is.
She's had a little too much screaming orc.
God.
Don't even have that here. Yeah, I imagine Screaming Orc is like the lighter version of the Hax Brew.
Oh, for
And
sure.
that the Hax Brew is the cheapest, so that's what Lily
Yeah.
has had here. So that's why she's just like, this shit's easy.
And you have to buy it by the cask.
Yeah. You can buy it by the cask or the cup. Just, if you get it by the cup, there's no guarantee there's not backwash in that shit.
The thimble.
So, Harper, you're up on stage.
My thought, because I have been flipping through my phone trying to think. Because I wanted to pick a song that related to the book, because I want to shout out to Colton on this one. And the only one
Oh God.
is
Oh,
Eternal
no.
Flame.
Oh, boy.
But we'll change the turtle to Sacred.
Oh God. So you're gonna be like, this one's for you, Colton.
This one goes out to my new friend, I guess. Trying to come up. My new pal, Colton.
What does Colton do?
Colton does that slow turnaround, like who is saying my name in this bar.
And I've just been talking at him this whole time, and I also just...
I look at
Colton
Zeph,
has a
and I'm
Torgood has
like,
a moment of how do people know you? You're my friend.
It's like, how does Colton have a friend?
I look at Zeph, and I'm like, oh god.
Oh, this is gonna be entertaining. I'm glad I stayed up for this.
Is this another one of the situations where I'm supposed to hit somebody up?
No,
No.
Okay.
just listen and laugh.
That is a 23 performance.
All right, you do pretty good. Colton is not sure what to think about it. He's
Come on, just give us a, is this burning a sacred flame?
I didn't think about that phrasing. Okay.
yeah. Colton is confused about what message you're trying to convey with this song. Like he was cool talking about the book, but he's not sure you're there yet. He just kind of turns his back to the stage and
Holy Spirit. Just saying, it works on many levels.
Oh God.
How does it go?
No.
Oh god.
I think his cool factor just went up an order of magnitude.
Then it stalled out and crashed.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It was very pretty though.
Oh, I'm just dying. I'm just.
Like, it's gotta be new music for this place. Not one of your old, well, it is an old standard, but for this town.
I just like that if you hadn't specifically called his name up beforehand, it could have just been like a secret between you guys that, hey, book reference. But since you like said this is for him, he's like, what?
It sounds like a love ballad being
Yeah.
sung straight to him. You are declaring your love to him, and I am dying laughing.
What's
gonna-
that? Oh, geez.
I'm gonna pat Colton on the back, all proud of him, and I'll be like, "I'll go fetch us another bottle to celebrate. This is a big moment for you,
What?
lad." And,
What are we celebrating? What? What?
and then, then I'll just leave him there.
What?
I really hope Harper has no clue what she's done, and she goes, "Right?
No.
Did you like it?"
She's breezed down past it, like,
Colton's doing that thing where your friend like says something and leaves the table, and you're just like,
I'll-
what?
I'll
I can't
wander
leave
to the
because they
bar.
might come back. I don't.
Okay, here's the question. Do you jump off stage and run to Colton?
No.
Okay.
I
'Cause
guess
he's by
an extra
himself.
couple seconds, like there's a 3 count when you're done. You like let the applause go and see if they're calling for another
Encore.
round. Okay, fine. Well,
Most
yeah.
of them know Colton, so they're all too confused to demand an encore at this point.
all right.
And I'm just
So
cackling up at the bar.
I'll walk up to the bar and, "Hosts, can I get another bottle of whiskey there? The usual. It's a big moment for Colton. I see he's finally coming along in the world."
I saw he gives you the bottle, and he also puts 2 shots of clear liquid on there, and he goes, "Tell him those are from me. I think he'll need them."
I will do, and I'll notice the cackling tiefling and be like, the funniest thing, I was just telling him, he's not wise in the ways of the world, and he can certainly go to your establishment and pay for it. And I thought maybe you being new, he might take a shine to you, but now it seems he's done it all on his own. And
What?
then I just walk away with the bottle with the shots.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna kill him.
Because I assume that she works at the Devil's Playground.
And I'm gonna kill him. Maybe I'm about to strangle him.
I look at
You know
Zeph and
she's
I'm like, was he just being racist?
Nope. I am beelining it because I am pissed. I am drunk and I am pissed.
I look over at the bartender and she owns a business.
No. No, she does not.
You know, she was really, really intent on that street corner, but she said she didn't do that type of thing.
Street corner.
She doesn't do that exactly. Like, yeah, you know what? It's funnier if I don't explain. So, yeah.
I love how the bartender's just letting me go after Tori.
Yeah, I've just set the bottle and the shots on the table in front of Colton.
Hussar knows that you can't break any of the rules or there'll be consequences for your particular employer if you stir shit up in her establishment. So it's not his job to stop you.
Well, he says that these are on the house for you, lad. He's proud of you too.
Colton just drinks both of them without even waiting to see if he wanted one.
Yeah, like whenever he sits at the table, I'm like, just so you know, not every tiefling is a whore. Thank you very much.
Oh well,
Colton is extra confused.
I'm just like, God, I'm just pissed, and I'm just like,
I'll stand from the table and be like, I am truly sorry for making assumptions. I had seen you around this part of town and you were new, and that's usually where a lot of the tieflings end up. I meant no offense. Perhaps you'd like to sit and share some of this bottle with me. And the lad here. It does him some good now that he's made a new friend, and I'll nod towards the stage where Harper is.
Okay, I crack up laughing.
Seems to me that she's made quite an impression on the young lad.
Oh yeah, she's truly impressed.
Yeah, I had told him reading that holy book would do him some good, and I'm glad he's finally getting somewhere. You know. And I'll lean towards her conspiratorially and say, "You wouldn't believe it, but when I first got here, he was reading nothing but smut."
You're right. I never would have guessed.
I'm pretty sure that book right there is gonna go world good.
The name like Sacred Flame, I assume he's learning nothing but the good lessons of life.
I really hope that one of these days Torga just goes, I'm gonna pick up this good book.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually read it.
Because, like, from Torgut's perspective, you know he's going to be like, I haven't seen him praying at the forge, so it's probably a god I'm not aware of. I need to make him a holy symbol to show him I'm cool with whatever deity he's chosen. And he's like, what the fuck?
Okay, I'm not correcting him. I'm like, okay, this guy's just.
No.
I'm like, I'm all right. He's offered me alcohol. He's made me laugh.
Yeah, and I'll pour her a finger of the whiskey. Oh, to Colton. And I'll say that loudly, so hopefully other tables around us will also get in on the.
I'm hoping Harper hears that.
A couple of the closer, really drunk college tables just go, yeah, Colton! Start doing shots.
Hey, if we're cheersing, Harper party girl, she doesn't know and doesn't care why. We're just, all right.
Come right to the table.
Good.
You see, lad? Why don't you go talk to her?
Yeah, go ahead, Colton. Y'all got so much to talk about the good book.
That's a great idea. I'll do that. And then he gets up from the table and walks into the crowd. He does not show up near Harper.
He just disappears.
Ooh, I think your boy just got scared. I think he got goofy.
Well, he's a late bloomer, I think, and he's a little shy, but he's on the right path now.
He's probably in the alley barfing from those shots.
Probably.
Where do you go, Harper?
I rolled a Constitution save. That's pretty much what he's doing.
Well,
oh God.
Again, I'm sorry for my assumptions earlier, but what's your name anyway? I've seen you around, but I don't think we've actually met. I'm Torgood Grumblestone.
Yeah, I say you can just call me Zeth.
Well, it's nice to meet you. What are you doing here?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Odd jobs that I get here and there.
I think I know what you mean, and I kind of look over towards one of the I guess, office doors where the boss lady
Yeah,
works.
like toward the pantry.
Yeah, just be like, that's
Something
dude.
like that, yeah.
I understand. Got to do what you got to do, and
Hey,
yeah,
pays for the alcohol. Buys me a few shiny things here and there.
and no matter what the work, you're learning a craft that way, and that's all that matters in the eyes of Rorks.
Yeah. that was a druid in
Yeah.
the bar.
Yeah, I'm like,
Real drunk.
Lily's trying to sneak back in, but she's not being very stealthy about it.
That was Lily sneaking back in as a dog and forgetting you can't order as a dog. No one's being a dog.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at Tori and be like, so you gonna have the wagon fixed in time?
It's already done.
Oh shit. That means I have to sober up.
Well, I can help you with that if you need it.
No. I like being drunk. It's a good feeling.
I understand, and I'll pour us another round.
Cheers.
This is like his second bottle. Nothing like the good burn of the cinnamon whiskey here.
Yep. I say it's a lot better than the fucking rock cut he came around with.
Yeah, you're
It's almost as good as the
drink
sacred flame.
another follower of the good book, and I raise my glass towards the bar. And when I got here, nobody knew about Rorks at all, and now seems everybody's a convert. It's good to know that I'm bringing the good word to the city.
Yeah, the sacred flame is strong with them.
It is. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
He doesn't have a high intelligence. He really doesn't.
Just imagine him approaching Dory and asking where Sacred Flame alcove is.
Dory
these
would be
days I'll have
very
to-
confused because he literally is following a forge god. There's actual sacred flame. She'd be like, your place? I don't.
Oh god. Oh god. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here and be entertained.
So I take it from having to be sober, you're going to be guarding the wagon when it sets out with the leatherworks.
Yeah, I signed up on the preliminary sheet.
Should be easy work, just not too much to get into around these parts, really.
Nah. Make some easy gold, move on, and if I'm lucky, hopefully ask Penelope in exchange instead of giving me gold to make me some new bracers.
She probably would.
Yeah.
Do good work for Penelope, and she'll be happy to trade favors.
I just thought of something because, yeah, actually, because you, can you tell the rocket's like kicking in as well as like mostly?
Make a constitution save.
Oh shit! I knew that was coming.
I was going to let it go, but you said it was kicking in, so.
Oh shit, that's not good. That's not good.
Close to.
8.
Okay, you don't outright barf, but you get that like we're in the middle of a word, like when you know how certain words you kind of have to engage the back of your mouth.
Yeah.
When you make that mouth shape, you just kind of get that. Huh.
We can hear her tummy rumbling.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like.
you recover, but it was a close one.
Okay. Cause you make weapons.
I don't make weapons.
Okay, you make things out of metal.
That I do, yes.
Could you make like small cylindrical little things with a sharp point at the end that would fit in a tube?
That sounds like a weapon.
Nah. For hunting.
Roll perception
Shit.
or persuasion.
I'm drunk, so this is not gonna go well.
Do I need to roll an insight?
Yes, I'm gonna have you roll insight.
That's a 5.
Mm.
What'd you roll, Brian?
5.
I rolled
Roll off.
I'm gonna say if it's a tie, just because of his beliefs being I'm not gonna make weapons, he's not gonna fall for it's not a weapon. It's for hunting, but it's not a weapon.
It's an artistic piece.
It's
For
more,
hunting.
more of an emotional statement.
No, it's a symbol for the sacred.
Oh, God.
Love that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what you see at Colton's booth over there are the swords and daggers and whatnot. That's all the inventory I'll have on that. I've just got too much else to do, really.
But you don't have any that will fit in a tube.
Nope. I'm sorry, I'm not the one to help you with that.
Oh,
But you
I figured-
insulted her. You have to make it right.
figured it was worth a shot to ask.
It never hurts to ask, but just know that that's not my specialty.
All right. Well, no harm, no foul. Wow.
Lord.
Sarah's like, oh God, now I have a drunk tiefling and my fucking sister, and oh God.
Well, it seems to be getting late in here and it starts to get a bit rowdy. I'll probably be shoving off. Got an early start in the morning, but good evening to you. It was a pleasure meeting you officially.
Yeah.
And you might want to maybe turn in yourself, sleep some of that off.
Yeah.
Looking a little green.
Yeah, I haven't slept in a while.
Oh, that's not good. You should probably get on that.
Yo.
All
Oh,
right. Well,
hi, Luigi.
and
Hi,
he'll
Luigi.
take the rest of his bottle and he'll head on out.
Rorschach, no.
Rorschach, yes.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to make my way back to the bar.
Purple Horn, it was nice seeing you again.
Yo.
Long Ear, the non-touchy one, it's very nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. And
Are you
again,
still mingling or did you come back?
Oh, I'm out. I'm dancing when it's not my turn singing.
I clearly look for you in the crowd, see you, plot a course that can completely avoid.
Even for your large size to avoid her and get out.
Hands are in front of me for some strange reason, and I walk out.
oh,
Stiff arm.
Oh, this is amazing. Oh, God.
All right.
yeah,
So
she's gonna be at this a while, so you might as well go turn in. I know you're tired, but thank you for the company.
Hopefully she doesn't keep you out too late.
I'm used to it. Luckily, I don't need much sleep.
Oh, good for you. I'm a wreck without 5 hours. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's late. I'm going to go turn in.
Good night.
Night.
5 hours. Ugh.
all right, Varric, when you get back to your hammock up in the orchard there, Penelope is waiting for you. She thought you'd be there. Yeah, in a hammock. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
It's a lot of fun.
Oh.
It is doable.
No.
Yeah, it is. You just rock it and you stand.
Oh, boy.
No one's saying it's not. Just there are better options.
Yeah, just no. Just no.
Yeah,
funny.
You
walk
literally work
No.
5 feet from her house during the day. I'm pretty sure you could have figured out something more convenient than this.
in. Nah, it's
Okay.
good evening, Penelope.
Good evening. I'm sorry to bother you. It probably could have waited till tomorrow, but I have a favor to ask.
Okay.
You know that there's a wagon going to Whiterun to take stuff to sell and bring stuff back.
Yeah, you've been talking about it for the last week.
Yeah, well, during that week, we've only had 3 people sign up to help with that, and one of them is our purple friend, and the other 2 are the new guys that we met today. So I'd like to have someone I can trust go, and I know you haven't been here that long and might not want to leave, but I trust that you'll make sure nothing happens to our livelihood. Would you mind going with them? I mean, I will pay you more than I'm paying them. Just don't tell them that.
That's the reason you've been talking about it with me so much.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to ask, but yeah.
Not a problem.
Perfect. I appreciate it. I'm hoping I can get
Fuck no, I'm embarrassed.
I'm hoping I can get at least one more person that I trust not to fuck it up. But we've got a day to figure that out. So I'll the rest of this can wait till morning, and we'll go over the details tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good night.
And she just kind of goes back off. And then
No, and then.
No, and then.
and then
No, and then.
all right, Katie, are you going down to the inn to sleep? I assume.
Yeah.
All right, when you get to your room, which has been your room for a couple months now, there is a letter waiting for you on your bed.
Is there a job I forgot?
It's the same kind of notice that you get when you have a job come up that someone specifically requested you for. And when you
Good.
open it, you recognize Talon's handwriting. It's from her, which means you really don't have an option about
Oh.
turning it down.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it going, did I forget something?
And I will send you what that says, and we'll call it here for the night if everybody's cool calling it a little early, because I don't want to
Sure.
start
Yeah.
more shit.
Yeah.
No, that was good. Right.
I'm trying to find the balance between letting you fuckers run amok and like trying to keep stuff
doing
where
fine.
like things are happening. So
We did really good.
Katie only thought about murdering someone once,
Yes, that's
and then they
improvement.
offered her alcohol, and she was like, "Never mind, it's
See?
cool."
Told you I'm not evil. I'm just not that nice of a person.